First, there was Markiplier. Then, PewDiePie. And then that other idiot that did something stupid that really pissed off Disney and then they got banned or whatever. But now, Loki and Jabroni are on the pages of YouTube, live and in your face. Sit back, plug in, and in the case of one of our listeners, Janelle, watch it on the big screen.
All right, so I got to ask the question, does the big screen TV make me look fat?
I can't see it right now, but if I could look, I would let you know.
Welcome to the
camera
first
already makes you look fat.
Pretty much. I mean, I've been dropping weight like nobody's business, but let's be honest, does the big screen make me look fat? Our first ever live stream on YouTube.
No, it's not
the hat makes me look don't get me
first.
Don't get me started. Save it for scandals and unpopular opinion. Leave the hat alone. I've worn this hat every day and will continue to wear this hat every day until we free Urban Meyer.
All right.
Fuck Cynthia. Fuck Courtney Smith. Fuck Anyway,
Lady
welcome.
Lady J has chimed in. You do not look fat.
Thank you. I've dropped like 14 pounds. It feels great. And in just we calculated. What is today? Today is the 6th, give or take. You want to help me on this? 7th. Yeah. 11 days. My self-imposed exile is done. The next day is the deck, the SummerSlam party. We're going to be talking to Tim Silvestri, owner of the deck, in just a little while. I'm going to have a beer. I'm going to have whiskey. I'm going to have fucking wings. The SummerSlam party. How is everybody today? Welcome to the Loki and Jabroni Show.
I'm excited.
This is great.
I'm so excited.
Usually, YouTube has been our content dump.
No, exactly.
And now we're utilizing YouTube for what it should be there for. And that's live streaming, so you guys can get the best possible experience with us.
High definition greatness.
And on top of that, don't forget, if you're interested in our audio, our archives, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music, iHeartRadio. Did I miss anything? Producer Ready Focus.
I think we're still technically
Stitcher.
on Spreaker, Stitchers, TuneIn.
Yeah, they don't get rid of nobody.
No, we're there forever.
They keep asking me for money, and I keep laughing.
Tell them to suck all these penises.
So does the original one there.
Yeah. Was it
Podomatic?
Podomatic?
Yeah, Podomatic.
We haven't been with them in a long time.
They're like, thank you so much for being here.
I think there's still
day
some
one.
scragglers left on it.
Probably.
I've been too lazy to go on there.
They're still listening to episode 6,
we're
episode
probably still up
9.
in the top 10 on that freaking shit.
Probably. How is everybody doing today?
I'm doing fucking fantastic.
That is good to hear.
Before I do that,
let's introduce everybody for those. If you're a first-time listener, my name is Chris Burns. I'm the Jabroni. To my immediate right
is Michael Smith, a.k.a. Loki.
And the man in the box, as always.
I'm the producer, Eddie Focus.
And he is the producer extraordinaire. He's the producer of, the Loki and Jabroni Show, C&J Speedway Review, the Writer's Focus, the Libertarian Focus. Is there anything you don't do? He's an author, for crying out loud, published.
He doesn't focus on getting his book done.
And he doesn't do it in the butt on the first date.
No, he does, actually. I have video.
Once again, I should get back to the writing.
Can you reach behind you and grab one of those nice mugs before we start the Now, once again, if you guys are
that's a good one.
New to the show,
yes.
We have a What's on Your Mind. But before we start the What's on Your Mind, last year, for you listeners who've always been with us, you know when we went to the deck, we stuffed our faces live.
Yes.
The problem was we all did it pretty much at the same time. So
yes.
So you had to sit there and watch us stuff our ever belligerent faces. So
we were gnarling it up.
Since this is going to be,
we're going to go Democratic on this one.
We're totally. And this is your
not
bag.
that kind of Democratic.
This is your bag, baby. So
right.
You go ahead.
Triggered. Ease your pants over there, Ed.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Right, calm down.
I haven't lost weight in my hand, obviously. I can't get my fat fucking hand in there.
You get picked too.
So I'm guessing this is the order we're going to eat at the deck. By the way, let's just get into this now. August 19th, 2018, 359 Boston Post Road, Westbrook, Connecticut, the deck. and Loki and Jabroni Show brings you SummerSlam 2018. We ran down the matches last week. Now you come and you partake in the raffle. You partake in the trivia contest. By the way, not only a $30 WWE Network gift card, but Tim Silvestri, we're going to be talking to him in a little while, has ponied up another $25 gift card to the deck as part of the trivia contest. Looks like I'm eating last. I drew number 3, guys.
I got number 2.
You eat first. Nice. But the part of that is you have to show up on time. 5 o'clock, we get everything started. 7 o'clock, the pay-per-view starts.
I don't know if you've eaten a meal with this man either when you have to like take turns. This is the type of guy who'll chew in your ear and just over accentuate how much he's enjoying the succulent
actually
decadence.
If y'all remember, I was all the way in the corner because I was one of the last ones to get my
you were
so I ran it all the way over the corner so we weren't, because I realized at that time I was like, man, we're just now in all these, because I was picking off you guys' plate.
You were, and I did have the fried pickles in front of me throughout the entire show. And we're going to talk to Tim in just a few minutes.
We won't lie to you. There's a good chance we're going to go beyond Thunderdome because the food is that good.
Oh, it really is. You guys got to get out there.
It's a great venue. There's not a bad seat in the house, as it were. And I got to tell you what, the trivia is going to be absolutely fantastic.
Last time ever, I'm going to be giving the trivia. After this, one of these two fine gentlemen is going to have to do it because to be the man, you got to beat the man.
We're gonna have all kinds of fun with that. So we have a little setup there. We have what's on your mind.
Mm-hmm. And then we're gonna, in just about 7 minutes, we're gonna call Tim Silvestri from the deck. He's gonna talk more about his venue.
Yes.
What is on your mind?
I think it's fairly obvious.
Why do I have a bad feeling about this?
The Red Sox are on pace to perhaps, and I'm not even gonna say beat, I'm gonna say tie the Seattle Mariners record. Now, for those of you who are Red Sox fans, and there's a few of
and
you
I
out
pity
there
all of you
that probably still haven't done the numbers.
Well, first of all, fuck you. You never give a shit about baseball.
I do when they win.
All right. So
front running pink hat motherfucker. Next, go ahead.
Exactly.
They're gonna have to be 37-12 to tie.
37-12 is 49 games. So you have to win 3 out of every 4 or 4 out of every 5.
Right. .755 record.
3 out of every 4.
Exactly.
Okay. Not the worst thing ever.
No, exactly. Is it doable? Absolutely.
You want to hear it from a Yankee fan?
Is it pretty still?
I'll tell you this. At the beginning of the season, being a Yankee fan, I watched both teams. You know, Red Sox were always in that driver's seat, and the Yankees would creep up and tie it, and then they drop down, then they creep up and tie it. Sometime about 6 weeks ago, somebody flipped a switch, and the Red Sox went nuts. And they've been killing it. Sweeping the Yankees this past weekend was utterly... To watch them dismantle. Hear me now. Dismantle.
We ran out of brooms.
It's crazy. They dismantled the Yankees. Let's forget the dust up between whoever threw the pitch that hit Gardner, and then the Yankees pitcher comes back and hits who was it that they hit? They brushed back
Benintendi.
Thank you. And then everything went south.
Well, ever since then, Benintendi was like the superstar of the whole fucking
and
thing.
I'm watching this thing, and the hit to Gardner, I don't think it was intentional. Do I think whoever brushed chin music your Benintendi, I think that was highly intentional. It just goes to show you not only the boiling blood that goes into this rivalry, but man, the Yankees know they're on the ropes. First of all, they're going to take that top wild card. Then you got the 1-game playoff. You have to accept it. I don't like it. You have to accept it. I liked it when there were 4, and you're in. But now you got the 1-game playoff. Anybody can win 1 game.
Oh, yeah.
But, man, the Red Sox, I'll tell you this. Knowing that they're on pace to tie or potentially break Seattle's record, which Seattle broke New York's record from 1998, love to see it. It's history. Anytime you can see history, fantastic. And Yankee fan, you want to come at me and say, you're not a real Yankee fan, fuck you. I am a real Yankee fan, but I also respect the other side. I respect the cap. I respect...
About 2 weeks ago, you guys lost freaking Judge, straight up. I mean,
that hurt.
And out of Stanton and Judge, he was the most consistent hitter on your team.
Oh, of course.
There's no doubt about it. So to lose him this late in the game, it sucked for you guys. And then that was.
But you know, there were so many other tools that it just seems seems like they're going through the valley. They'll be back. I don't think they're going to catch Boston. I think Boston has the East wrapped up. No one else.
The East at this point, like I said, I'm looking towards maybe tying this. Like I said, you don't see me saying beating it.
What you want is the 4 seed, which potentially is going to be New York. You want that 4 seed. You want to go in and take out your biggest rival, so whoever comes next, easy peasy.
You would usually hope.
You'd like to believe it, I know. In this rivalry,
absolutely.
We could get to October and we're singing a different song.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. So what's on your mind, bro?
My mind. Wow. I'm gonna save the bulk of this for the discussion, but how do I put this? Her name is Courtney Smith, and she can go fuck herself.
She probably does.
Courtney Smith is a young lady who, her husband was Zach Smith, who was the wide receiver coach for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Before that, he was the wide receiver coach for the Florida Gators, both coached by Urban Meyer. A finer gentleman in college football, everyone will agree, you will not find. But lately, it's taken her 3 years to come out and say, you know, my husband hit me and I told Shelley Meyer, the wife of Urban Meyer. And nothing happened. Here's something real quick, and I will get deeper into this discussion later on, but I'm going to end it with this. If you want something to happen, don't tell your friend. Tell a cop, tell a judge, tell a lawyer, tell your mother. But you don't tell your boss's wife or your husband's boss's wife. It's not his fucking job. Free Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer was definitely fucking Courtney.
I doubt it.
No, I got definitive, factual.
You have nothing. Don't. No, this is a hot button topic. I'm so hot at this woman. You don't. Listen, women, I'm not trying to piss you off. Women will lie to bring a man down. This woman is lying, and she had the means. She had the money. I'm sure.
All right, so where's the assault happening now?
It's not. It's been 3 years ago, and the other one was 9 years ago. It's a cash grab.
You don't just hit a woman and not hit a woman
again. They've been separated for 2 fucking years.
That's one way to not hit a woman.
Right.
What you need to do is you need to get a hold of this guy's girlfriend and see if there's any abuse going on there.
Courtney Smith had 2 opportunities to leave this marriage. Once in 2009, once in 2015, when her husband allegedly hit her. Correct? Would you agree?
Yeah.
She didn't leave. She left in 2016. It's a cash grab. Why'd you wait 2 years?
Well, where was the hit? In the ass?
I don't know. I wasn't fucking there. But I'll tell you who wasn't there. Urban fucking Meyer, and he doesn't deserve to have this investigation. 2 weeks from now, Urban Meyer will be back on the field. Preseason #1 Ohio State Buckeyes will go on, and we'll have our conversation as we do every November.
The hat does make you look fat.
It probably does. Fat with victory. We'll see in November.
Fat with...
Ed, you got anything on your mind before we make our phone call?
Not a lot. I just got back from a restful vacation, if you couldn't tell from my
sunburn.
My toasty face makes me look like a combination between the Washington Redskins logo and the Cleveland Indians.
Oh Jesus!
And
both have a fantastic.
He's triggering everybody.
Yeah.
Fantastic record for both of you guys.
Right.
Yeah, we spent first day at Hole in the Wall Beach because we were gonna go to the other beach in Diana. I can't remember the name of it, but apparently
McCook's.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
And
mythical place for you folks in Middle America.
Apparently there was a triathlon going on, and we couldn't get to that beach, much to our chagrin. And they're like, "Oh, you can go to Hole in the Wall Beach. The parking fee's the same. How much is that?
$8,000.
I don't know. It's $40. For now,
I pay $20 to park my car at Fenway Park in Yankee Stadium, and they're asking you to pay $40 at a beach.
Yeah, but you know what's fucked up?
What's fucked up?
That beach doesn't actually show up in any maps. That's why it's called Hole in the Wall Beach.
I can imagine.
It's not really an official beach.
It's just kind of there.
It's kind of there, and it wasn't too bad. Lots of seaweed. The child had fun.
Good.
And nothing's better than staying in a Motel 6, so you don't have to drive all the way home.
They do leave the light on.
Oh
for
yeah,
you.
yeah. Those are definitely worth the price.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, every I figure $1 for each bed bug. It was fucking great.
I love it.
Not bad at all. It's not bad at all. So that's about it. Let's give
Tim a call, and let's pimp out some SummerSlam goodness.
We have SummerSlam goodness.
It's always good. Every time we do this, it's always good.
SummerSlam goodness.
Hello.
Hey, it's Tim Silvestri, owner of the Deck, 359 Boston Post Road, Westbrook, Connecticut, the host of SummerSlam 2018 featuring Loki and Jabroni. Tim, how are we doing?
Good. How you guys doing?
Not too bad.
Fantastic.
We were just blowing you up, the good food, the good drink, the SummerSlam party. Tell the people a little bit about your venue and why they should come out on August 19th.
Well, listen, August 19th is going to be awesome. You guys didn't come out last year. You missed one hell of a party. We're going to have 70-cent wings, $1 cider burgers. We do a $3 beer special all night as long as SummerSlam starts. When you guys come in about 5 o'clock all the way to the last match. We have over 40 TVs, a huge bar, air conditioning, great bartenders, staff, and the food top-notch.
Absolutely. And we were talking about it last year after the fact is people hear 70-cent wings and they get a little hostile.
Yeah, I know.
You blew it up, Mike, yourself. You was like, no, these are big, meaty wings. This is not Popeyes. This is the real deal.
No, they're not the little party wings you buy in the grocery store in a frozen bag. These are the jumbo wings, 6 to 9 per pound. Sauce, we have over 40 different flavors. You can mix and match the sauces. They're really
full
juicy,
of flavor,
really
too.
big.
No, they're worth every penny. They absolutely are.
Absolutely.
And it was I think it was one of our listeners too that said it, and that's why it upset me because he was like,
"Oh yeah, I can't remember who it was."
And I was like, "Nah, dude, no, these wings are legit, man. He's going through these bags and he's looking at that skimpy wing and get that thing out of here. No, I want that juicy wing right over there." That's
absolutely. This whole thing was real deal Holyfield all the way down the line.
You're not going to be disappointed. There's not a bad seat in the house.
And especially if you bring someone along with you, like I had the Eternal Flame and the Goddess of Love with me last year, and if you guys bring your women folk, or women, you bring your men folk, and they don't like wrestling, that outdoor deck, huge and beautiful.
I was going to say,
my Lord.
Tim, tell the people about your big deck.
We have a huge rooftop deck that looks Long Island Sound. It's beautiful, beautiful views. Picnic tables up there, full bar, bathroom, table service. Everything up there if you want to get away and listen to some music, or you can play on the pool tables downstairs, throw some darts around. It's a good time no matter what you want to do.
You know, the best thing about the whole thing is I can't wait for Louis to bust somebody with a fake ID. That's my favorite part. My Tostito brother.
21 and over.
That's it. And the best part about SummerSlam is you can bring your kids, but they have to be accompanied by an adult. Our trivia winner last year was a young man. I think he was about 10, 12 years old.
Yes.
I'm bringing the pain this year. Last year made it a little too easy. This year,
no, this is your last one, man.
This is it. After this, I'm a part of the crowd doing the trivia. And Tim, earlier today, has graciously offered a $25 gift card to the trivia winner on top of the 3-month WWE Network subscription that we are providing. So, Tim, we can't say enough good things about your venue. You were great to us last year. Everybody's been asking us since SummerSlam, when are you going to do another deal with the Deck? It seems like SummerSlam, the Deck, the Loki and Jabroni show is sort of, it's a marriage now.
It sure is. And I mean, it's a great time every time you guys come out, and we have a lot of fun. I mean, we'll have it on the audio blasting. You guys doing the commentary. It'll be a great time.
Oh, we're looking forward to it, man.
The only thing we need is a house mic, because that trivia bit, do we have the stand-up gimmicks still, or?
I can bring it.
All right.
We can figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out because we always do. It's the best time you can have with your clothes on, the SummerSlam Party 2018. It's August 19th, 2018. The address is 359 Boston Post Road, Westbrook, Connecticut. Tim is the owner of the Deck. And Tim, I got to ask you, football starts up in just a couple weeks. I need your prediction. AFC champion, NFC champion. Go.
Well, I'm hoping it's going to be my Patriots versus your Falcons in the Super Bowl. Again.
Wouldn't that be nice?
We're going to have a Super Bowl party.
For those of you who didn't hear this story 2 years ago, obviously Ed is a Patriots fan when they win, and I am a Falcons fan, lose, or draw.
When they lose.
Okay.
They lost last year.
Anyway, I'm walking through the door. My head is hung low. I've got my cooler over my shoulder, and as I'm walking through the door, my phone rings. It is Tim. I've known Tim, it's been like 10, 12 years now, right?
Yeah, at least.
Well, Tim is the phone call, and he's like, you have nothing to be ashamed of. You guys put it out there, heart and soul, best Super Bowl ever. and we talked for a good 15 minutes. It was like, wow, this is, it's cool to hear this. I wasn't just getting those phone calls saying, F you, you lost, you suck, which I expected. But, man, to have that be the first phone call that came through, that was gold. And you're a made man in my book, my friend.
Awesome. Yeah, that was a good game.
Absolutely. And I would love to see that again. Both teams are looking really strong, and the Cowboys look like they're going to suck. So that's going to be a great year.
Yeah, best of both worlds.
Exactly.
Well, we look forward to seeing you in less than 2 weeks for SummerSlam. As long as you keep pimping it out, we'll keep pimping it out. Let's make the house bigger than last year. Let's make it more fun than last year. And let's hope that Loki keeps his clothes on. You have something you want to ask him?
Now, Tim, just real quick, I just want to clarify the $25 gift certificate. Now, they can use it that day, or is it going to be for future use?
They can do whatever they want with it.
Oh, beautiful. Because you know how some people will be like, no, I can't use it today. You got to come back and use it for another day. But I just want to clarify that for our people so that way they knew. Thank you very much once again for opening your doors and your heart and your kitchen, because your freaking food is fantastic, man. People will not be disappointed.
And thanks for carrying the good vodka.
Yeah. Eddie was happy with the effing vodka last year.
Effing vodka for the win, man.
I'm coming off the wagon at SummerSlam, so the Crown Royal will flow.
Oh, boy. Shots all around.
You got it,
Basically,
my man.
what we need to know is there a couch
in Tim's office.
Bring one down for you.
You're the man. Tim, thanks again. We look forward to seeing you in less than 2 weeks.
All right, guys. We'll see you then. Take care.
Thanks, bro.
Best deck with a bar in Connecticut.
Yes, absolutely. And as long as we're talking about things and money and things like that, the 2018 fundraiser for the Loki and Jabroni Show is Chad Hatfield and Team World Vision. They are both trying to bring water to countries that don't have access to clean water. In less than 40 days, Chad will be here in the Northeast to run the New York City Marathon as part of Team World Vision. Go to the Loki and Jabroni Show Facebook page. It's right at the top, pinned. Donate whatever you can. Let them know we sent you. Would you like a sexy shirt like I'm wearing tonight? cafepress.com/Loki and Jabroni. Lots of different t-shirts. We got the logo. We got the Loki cuss guy. We got the Jabroni cuss guy. We have the Shield coffee mugs. We have the bumper sticker. Whatever you want, we have it for you. Do you shop on Amazon, WWE, etc.? Go to LokiandJabroni.com. Click on the affiliate link and do your shopping through us. And if you want to donate to the show, it's Patreon, patreon.com/Loki and Jabroni. Donate $1, donate $5, donate your entire week's paycheck. We are thankful. We put it right back into the show. Equipment, microphones, lights, hats for Loki. That I know you've had that hat for a while, but my God, it looks good.
It's beautiful.
It is. You're in first place. I have to bow down to the king.
The only reason why I have the hat on right now, I'm telling you.
I know, and the only reason,
and because I blew us up the fact that we were totally freaking we're on hat. I mean, like I said,
the pace you're running is phenomenal.
It's like I said, I'm not gonna say to beat it, because to beat it is a very big that's a big freaking.
It's a daunting task. It's when the Yankees did it, it was 114 wins, and then Seattle surpassed it by 3. So it's 117 now. So you basically have to go $118 and doing my math and 44 to beat that.
Right. That's why I said I have. Yeah,
that's a really torrid pace. I mean, it's nuts.
It's 37 wins. We can only lose 12 times.
So you want between now and I think it's October 1st, 37 wins. I can see it. At the pace you guys are playing, at the pace the Red Sox are going, I can certainly see 37 wins between now and then.
All right. Are we ready?
I think it's time to buy stuff and sell stuff.
I am ready.
I think we are ready.
Do we have a graphic yet?
No.
He's working on it.
Cha-ching, ding.
I'm working on a new show
we are
altogether,
start,
so...
We are going to start with you. I want you to check Homeboy out. Okay. And because
I'm starting.
No, I'm going to start with Ed because he already has the background of this guy.
Okay.
That guy that you are looking at is Gerald. And he is the Witcher from the Witcher series. You know the Witcher.
I know. I have the first 2. I haven't really played them.
Right.
And this is the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
No, this is the game.
Very popular game.
Right, exactly.
It's huge.
This is 3 now. They've had a couple. Henry Cavill.
Oh dear.
Cavill.
Super dude.
Superman.
I think it's Cavill.
Cavill, thank you. Henry Cavill wants to play Geralt in the Netflix's The Watcher series. Ed, buy or sell?
I'm gonna sell it because he's obviously he's not ancient, but he's gotta be a lot older. No, I would think no, it's gotta be more seasoned. Maybe like Christopher Lambert in his prime probably would have been a better one. Or that guy who played the Warlock.
Sorry about your ears.
It's okay. The guy from the Warlock series.
Oh, okay.
Julian Sands.
Yes.
He probably would have been better. It's got to be a middle-aged guy. It's got to be a middle-aged guy with a little gray, but a nice build.
Wait, I'm gonna buy it. You can do anything with makeup and gimmicks and schneebits that you want.
Your schmabits.
Seriously, I can see Henry Cavill playing that part. It's no different than seeing Bill Bixby play David Banner. Banner was a younger man. Bixby was 54 at the peak. It can happen. I'm certainly buying it.
Okay, all right. I'll go.
We
with
look
it.
good
I'll go
on
with
the
it.
YouTube. I just signed on.
I have me right here in a little. It's great because I have a little split here, so I can look up my little internet and I have my little YouTube going. At the
I'm
same
just
time.
gonna say hello to
It'd be
everybody.
Fantastic. Thank you everybody who has subscribed. If you subscribe to us, then obviously you are watching us live. And much like my girl Jay, she is watching it on the big screen. So
we do what we
Yeah.
can for you to go full
awesome.
couch potato.
Number 2, and we will go to you, Jabroni.
Okay.
Dave Bautista will not return as Drax if Guardians of the Galaxy 3 script is not used. Do you buy or do you sell that?
Loyalty means a lot to me, so I'm going to buy it. Although, my question would be, who do you get to replace a guy as noticeable as Dave Bautista to play that role? He's done it twice. You know the face, you know the body.
3 times counting Avengers, but
Yeah, so, right. You're not going to find anybody that looks, acts, and sounds like him. I'm going to buy it.
what do you got?
Do I buy that's what he said?
No.
His intent, maybe?
His intent, essentially. Do you,
Oh.
I mean, do you
I honestly, I sell it. And I touched on this last week, okay? They set the standards for outrage. They don't get to change it just because it's one of theirs. So no. And plus, Disney is bigger than Batista. Always will be. I will find another jacked up MMA guy. I don't give a fuck.
He's a pro wrestler, actually.
Whatever.
Well, there's the buzzer.
I was gonna say that's the first time we actually gave it up. Real quick to throw on that, I agree with what both you guys are saying. He left freaking WWE for less.
Mhm.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And WWE is a bigger monster.
He wasn't MMA? I thought he was MMA.
No.
He did do a couple MMA fights.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did, and he actually had a better record at first than Brock Lesnar did. So that that kind of got tossed back.
And again,
But
everybody's got a better record than CM Punk.
I gotta say this. We talk about this all the time. Brand is a brand.
Right.
A brand, and Disney is a brand. You have a lot of children that watch Disney. Period. So when you make jokes about pedophiles, which, hey, I got news for you, is touching children in very bad way, I can see why Disney's like, hey, yeah, sorry, dude, you're fired. Like, sorry. Do they keep his script? Hey, if it's good and it's worth, running with it,
That's up to Marvel.
that's up
Yeah,
to
it
Marvel.
is.
Right, exactly. For Batista to say what he's done, I've seen him do more for less. Let me say that.
Right. Fair enough.
All right.
Next topic.
Now, Ed, taxpayers will cover 75% of the operating costs of LeBron James' school. Buy or sell that shit. Now, do you need... Hold on, let me pause that in case you...
Context on that. Federal or state?
No, this isn't a regional. So the state... This is a state-run school.
Out of Ohio.
LeBron James, right, exactly. LeBron James is dumping money into this. It is going to be his school. It's set up almost like a magnet school, but it's set so that way children have better opportunities to further like sports careers and stuff like that. He obviously went on SportsCenter and did this whole thing about how he's going to be doing this, and it's going to be his school.
He
this,
owns
that,
it?
and the other thing. He technically owns part of it. But it is LeBron's school.
Yeah.
Well,
It is a region. It is in the region.
Oh God, this is a tough one.
75% though.
Sell it. No, if you're gonna build a school, and it should be tuition based. But I think that's how all schools should be. Um, I push for a voucher system. I wouldn't mind that, where the money follows the student. But no, you shouldn't be taking 75% money because it's a government school, and that just because they're slapping your name on it and putting your face on the fucking trophies.
I like it. What do you got?
Sell. Fuck LeBron James.
No, wait a minute. I can't do that. Hold on. Fuck Trump.
Oh God, we're gonna do that again. Do you need me to? Do you need me to?
No, that works.
I can fill the other 29 seconds.
I have a quick follow up, by the way.
Yeah, you can use my other 27.
You got it.
No, this is about the other one. Dominic Purcell could easily replace Batista. He looks the same. He's got a similar build. Slap the blue makeup on him. No one will know the fucking difference.
It's just the way he talks. It's the way he took Drax's character.
Yeah.
Which I will admit, because a lot of people.
That's how Batista talks.
But no, I hear you.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
All of his promos sounded the same.
All right. Here we go.
All right.
Ed.
Yes.
That's you.
The Trump era has turned our fun internet into a complaint zone. Buy or sell?
Sell. Obama turned it into a complaint zone.
You said it was that far back?
Yeah, that far back. The division started probably. Well, let's not go back 8 years, but definitely early in the second term, he became a lot more divisive in his talk, a lot more divisive in his rhetoric, and he's a cult of personality. Turned himself into this sacred cow that nobody's allowed to touch.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what you get now. And Trump is a response to that, and people are like getting smacked back when you smack them.
I'm going to sell it for the same reasons he did, and I'm going to give you one sentence. If I had a son, he would look like Trayvon Martin. That's what he said. Live and in living color. And since then, it seems to be not only a cultural but a racial divide that folks like you, me, and Eddie and others have tried to mend by saying, look, not every white guy's a fucking Confederate flag waving racist, etc., etc. No, all they see is black, white, Trump's a racist, Obama this, gimmick schnabbits Fernum, whatever.
Nice. Okay. Now, this is actually going to blow your mind, and I'm going to go with you. Now, I want you to understand, yes, this is going to be you first.
Okay.
That this is a woman's magazine, that this was a poll taken, and they actually interviewed. Now, I know you guys love this because, it's the same thing. Okay, well, you only interviewed.
We interviewed 100 angry women, and this is what they had to say.
They literally took, it was whole region, supposedly. It was over, 500,000 people that were involved in this, men and women.
I'm listening. That's Eddie.
Now, this is everyday everything from jobs to life to children. Are you ready?
Yes.
Woman's Magazine states men lie at least 28 times a week, while women lie 45 times a week. Buy or sell that?
I'm selling it. I don't think it's that high. I think, well, now that the Eternal Flame is in here, I can give her the microphone. I don't think it's that high.
No, you get your 30 seconds.
I don't think it's that high. I don't think it's that high on either level. I think each one of you, Little White Lie, do I look fat in these pants? No, it might be bullshit. Hey, do you think I'm going to get that job? Yes, it might be bullshit. I think the numbers are lower.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. I think the numbers are lower. I'm selling that 1,000%.
Ed, what do you got?
I'm selling it for different reasons. I think everybody lies all the time.
Sure. I just said that.
I don't think it's like a 45-25. I think everybody is a fucking liar.
No, this is an average, obviously. So, you got one dude that's lying 67 times a week, and then you got some dude that's lies once or twice.
You know that expression?
So it's an average. It averages out.
First of all, how do you even gauge this? And you forget
they polled 100 women. That's how you gauge it.
You forget perception is truth 100% of the time.
Your timer's off.
No, that was 30 seconds.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying your timer.
But my point is this: if you're interviewing 500 people, and say one of them is a house mom. Now I know you don't get that luxury, that you don't see the quote unquote real housewives around there anymore, like in Georgia or New York Real Housewives.
Arkansas.
Yeah, there you go. They're not. Those aren't real, anyways. the ones that actually get to stay at home, how many times do you think they lie to their fucking kids? Come on.
All the time.
But that's a lie.
Yeah.
That's a fucking lie, dude. There's no way around
Well, that's
it.
what
Come
I'm
on.
saying. I think.
But then you got this one, and then you get this one dude that works at, say, I don't know, like fucking Subway. He runs into like 45 people like a day, and he's like, "Yeah, how you doing?" You know how much conversation that guy have? How often does he lie?
I just find the ratio of like women lie more on average than men to be like ridiculous. I think we lie to each other constantly.
I don't doubt that.
And there's no way to freaking gauge that.
Well, like we said, I mean,
know?
this is definitely...
especially like if you put it this way, when they tell women to prop each other up, part of that is lying to them.
All right, Ed. Kane is mayor. Buy it or sell it.
I'm not sure I understand the question. I know it's to Ed, but he's the mayor.
She's such a shithead.
Uh-oh.
Exactly. That's exactly my question.
I guess it's to you. Kane is the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee. Buy it
or sell it.
Woohoo! Not only do I buy it, I'm keeping it.
Okay.
Don't ask him the question.
I'm going to answer it anyway.
Kane's not your mayor.
I'm buying it. It just proves that the dumb jock theory doesn't exist. Yes, you have an abundance of guys who come up on the microphone like, but Jesse Ventura, Kane, Troy Aikman is very well spoken. Dale Earnhardt Jr. very well spoken. Derek Jeter very well spoken. These guys can and will prove to be able to lead, much like Ventura did. Kane is going to. Glenn Jacobs for the uninitiated. It's a good thing. It's a really good thing. I'm buying.
Can I just tag on something real quick?
Go ahead.
Sure.
About him in particular. One of the reasons he ran was because Tom Woods, who's a very big libertarian intellectual, as part of the Mises Institute, told him, go for it.
Dude.
Go ahead and do it.
He's
So
got a lot of libertarian
He's one
ideas.
of me.
The guy
Right.
was
He's a Republican, but he's one of me.
the guy was a dentist in the WWF.
Oh Christ, he's gonna go that route.
He was the second Diesel in the WWF.
He's
all
gonna
right?
go that route.
He was Kane in the WWE. This dude can do anything. All right, seriously, let him.
If he can
do
catch a
it.
fart and paint it green, I'll buy it.
If this dude, let me tell you, there's one thing about wrestlers becoming politicians, and just as the body obviously showed it down the line. People are going to watch your career with a microscope, and I'll tell you what, I think Kane's going to do a great job.
But at the same time, you learn how to talk to the people and get your point across and get them to believe in you.
Yes, okay.
That's the big part.
So we will go to you, my friend,
Okay.
and then as I give this, then we'll start the countdown real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna show you this picture.
Okay.
Okay, top picture right there.
I'm looking at it.
Okay, go ahead, and once you get a good little view at it, go ahead and give Ed that look. There you go.
Can you see that?
You got that? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
I'm not quite sure either, but
You got that? Okay. Kind of like almost like a shredder type of deal, right?
give or take.
Yeah, kind of like that. You guys feeling that? Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. That picture, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Red Hood has a new outfit. Buy or sell that shit.
Sell. Stop. Stop ruining some of my favorite characters in the comics of all times. That is like Ninja Turtles meets Shredder meets fucking Power Rangers. That is not Red Hood. Stop. I just watched Under the Red Hood not too long ago, and I loved it. But it was basic. Basic sells. Basic is awesome. The more
helmet,
you add,
baby, the
the
helmet.
worse it gets. Sell. Fucking DC.
I'm gonna sell too, because the whole Red Hood character is supposed to be more urban, street, like totally thrown together to get revenge kind of thing. That looks like a career criminal or whatever you want to call
Vigilante,
it. Yeah,
full on, full blown.
and Red Hood has one eye on the prize, and it's to get Batman. So
Yep.
that looks like he's trying to start his own supervillain empire. So totally sell that.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. And
I
fuck
knew
you,
liked that
DC.
one. I knew you liked that one.
That's horseshit.
It's kind of like, honestly, it's kind of like what they did in the Arkham Knight. I totally hated that. It took me halfway to the game to realize who the fuck the Arkham Knight was.
No, exactly.
And I'm like, no.
Yeah,
this is-
and you're like, stop it. Just stop.
That's all you gotta say.
Just stop it.
Just stop.
All right,
DC.
guys,
Put
that's
your
it
toys
for
down.
Buy and Sell. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Buy or Sell. If you guys have any comments, right below or hit us, sit up there on there, and we will be more than happy to take care of that. And I'll be more than happy to throw them perhaps maybe on the show.
The most wonderful woman that ever walked into my life is back in the studio, so I don't know if she's gonna come on and she's gonna say anything. She's gonna stand over there.
Like boss lady upstairs.
Oh, boss baby is working it. So, uh-oh.
I fed her.
I thought you did, but she's got everybody.
I fed that child.
Fed a child. All right, so
Go ahead.
we are.
That doesn't surprise me.
Where do you want to start? It's the Uncomfortable Truths and Scandals edition.
I think that's pretty freaking easy at this
I
point.
said
So
her already.
there's plenty of other shit. I'll start with one right now.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So
if she eats them, but
He won't stop.
Trump's
I took pictures.
Oh,
and
Trump
showed
is on my
everybody.
list, so yeah.
all right. Well, Trump's star
Yep.
is actually going to be not repaired
Removed.
but removed.
It's on my list. We're
Right.
gonna tag team this. I can see
so
this
yeah,
is gonna
so
be a
let's
good
let's
thing.
do this. That's one of my scandals.
It's on you.
I know
And
a
I'll
lot of
work with
people. A lot of people kind of ran with it, and I actually hit a few people on Facebook today about it. They say, "Oh well, he's a TV personality."
So is everybody else with a freaking star.
They compared him to Gordon Ramsay, and I laughed my ass off.
I'm sorry. I saw that, and I'm still. I saw that 4 hours ago, and I'm still trying to figure out how Trump and Gordon Ramsay.
Look, Trump owns countless. I mean, he probably owns. If you wanna like really put a number on it, I'd say what about 15% of the Earth.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that dude, just for that alone.
First of all, I'm not saying you're entirely wrong, but one thing that he's done, and they call him a real estate mogul, and yes, he does own properties, but the thing he's made most of his money on was putting his name on properties.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So he doesn't actually own as many properties as people think.
He doesn't
No.
have to. Bob's Discount Furniture doesn't own Bob's Discount Furniture anymore, but they still use his face, his logo, his
Right.
likeness, and he sits back and gets a fat royalty
Because
check.
it's the name you know.
Right.
Like he
And
never
Trump is the name you know.
he never made any steaks. He never made any ties. He just slapped his name on them, and he certainly didn't make any vodka. Oh, but
I didn't want to talk about that.
There was
yeah,
a Trump
talk about
vodka.
there was a Trump vodka. It lasted like a year.
You can grab me a,
There's a
mystery.
reason,
Grab
yes.
me a mystery.
Dude,
Just
it
reach
sells-
in
Mystery gimmick
Yeah,
coming
mystery
up.
It's
gimmick.
rare to find, and they sell it on eBay. But if you win the auction, they give you $500 in the bottle. But
Nice. I'll buy that for $1.
I'll buy that for $1.
Okay.
in states where you can only get Trump vodka, Dubra is considered exotic.
All right,
Wow.
so let's wrap it up. In a fast little.
Well, then I'm
Nick,
going to piggyback it
I was
with
gonna
my
say,
Trump
yeah.
point.
Okay, so yeah, that's right. We're gonna. All right, so let me finish mine, and then I'll let you go into it. My point. He already has the star on there. It's there. It's as you will written in the stars. It's already on his little walk.
She took my pen. I can't believe she took my pen.
Number two, you just say the name Donald Trump, and 9 people at this point are looking. Now, if you want to compare him to other people that are on that thing, somebody brought up a really good point, saying, well, there are people on there that don't deserve to be on there, but they're still on there because they're actors.
Kevin Spacey, Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein.
I mean, that
the list goes on.
We can keep doing it.
Chris Farley has a star, and he died of heroin and cocaine intoxication.
John Belushi.
John
It's about
Belushi,
the
same
same
thing.
idea, right?
Marilyn
exactly.
Monroe.
Yeah.
Do we want to go on?
Marilyn Monroe slept with the president. People like
Marilyn Monroe slept with everybody.
let's
Except us,
let's
'cause
not
we weren't
candy coat
born.
this. Yeah, let's not candy coat this. Some of the sketchiest people are on that walk. So can we be honest and say, look, you want to take something off, and I want to, like, I don't like calling out names, and I'm not going to end up doing it on this. Eventually, I will, but
Okay.
let me just say this. Another good point was brought up that they turn around and they said, look, every single time a piece offends somebody, we just pull it off the shelves.
Oh,
And
that's
it.
the new America.
Right, and that's just it. It doesn't even have enough shelf life to even like matter. But if it offends at least 10% of you, we're gonna pull it off. He has such a great approval rating, but he's a piece of shit of a man.
No,
So because he's doing that
now
right,
I'm
and
gonna
I'll let you
piggyback.
right now, I'll let you piggyback just a second. Because you're gonna say all these things, you're gonna say, well, this thing got destroyed anyways. How about we spend some time trying to find out whoever destroyed this thing, and tack a little freaking payment onto this guy, because obviously walking down the streets with a pickaxe, which
You had to be seen by somebody.
sorry, man, yeah, I'm sorry, a fucking pickaxe to the middle of the streets.
You don't have to be the
something.
head cashier at Walmart to figure out that this guy was seen, or this girl, could have been either. There's only 2 genders, by the way. Don't
Right.
fuck with me on this one. Fight me.
So go right ahead.
I'm hot. Real quick. What was the term they gave, Eddie, on the new Trump anxiety bullshit?
Oh, it was Trump anxiety.
Yeah, well, I call
disorder
it
or
Trump
something.
delusion syndrome. Here it is.
Well,
guys.
there is one. There's Trump derangement syndrome.
Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah.
I'm calling it Trump delusion syndrome. Here it is. He's not as racist as you think. There are stories that you're not hearing because you're clinging to CNN or Fox News, or maybe mainstream media is not reporting it. He's not as racist as you think. Violence and vandalism, whether it's beating up a Trump supporter or taking a pickaxe to that star, doesn't solve a fucking thing. You're an idiot, and you're just making your own case worse. Doesn't change anything. I got a little flow chart here, and for the sake of argument, I want you to be the yes side, Loki, and I want you to be the no side. Okay? So I'm going to break out my flow chart. I'm going to ask the question. Remember which side you're on. Are you an American citizen? Yes or no?
Maybe.
No. Yes or no?
Oh, sorry.
Are you an American citizen?
Yes.
Trump is your president. You can sit down. Your answer is?
¿Qué pasa?
Okay, so no. Are you legally in the United States? Yes or no?
¿Qué pasa?
Okay, I'm going to take that as a no. Are you planning to legalize yourself as a citizen here?
He's my sister.
Okay, so if it's no, get out. If the answer is yes, then refer back to Trump as your president. You don't get the choice to choose who your president is.
How come he had more questions than I had?
Because unfortunately, the no's have a larger flow chart. If you answer you are an American, then yes, Trump is your president. He is the American president.
I get it.
I don't like him. I'm not a hater, but I'm not a supporter. And that's what people seem to have this disconnect, that you have to either be one side or the other. Or you can sit in the middle and watch either the world flourish or the world burn. I'm not a Republican and I'm not a Democrat, and I refuse to take either of those sides ever again.
No.
I sit here in the middle and say, as long as my freedoms are not infringed upon, I don't give a fuck who's in the White House. Stop. If you're picking sides and you're saying Trump is the devil because he's Republican or he's a racist, again, I'm going to go back to this with another point. If you're saying this, the burden of proof is on you. If you say Trump is racist, I need actual, physical, I don't know what you'd call it, proof,
Right.
documentation. Show me where Trump has ever held down the little guy. All he's doing is exactly what Obama did, but Obama said it nicer. And what Clinton did, and what Bush did, Bush Jr., the retard, they all said the same thing. We have to make sure that illegals don't come over our borders and take our money, take our jobs, da-da-da-da. But Trump says it and he's an asshole. But when Clinton says it, or retard Bush says it, or Obama says it, they're the second coming of Christ. No, that's not the case. Do your homework. Educate yourselves. Thank you, fuck you, bye. I'm done with this rant.
Actually,
does
there's
the
the big irony with
come
that.
right back.
Go ahead.
The big irony with that, though, is Bush Jr. was more open about, like, he was talking legal status for everybody that was still here, because his brother is married to a Mexican immigrant.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Love
So
that.
like,
But what happens when you marry?
Well, yeah, that's
Gem is
that's a
truly
different point.
outrageous.
But I'm just saying,
Jim is truly
like
outrageous.
that Trump is the Antichrist. People say George Bush.
So here we
Jr.
go.
is the
Let's wrap it
Antichrist,
up real quick.
But
Does
I
the
don't
star,
think either of them are. I think they're both
does the
fucking
star
equally
come or go?
retarded.
well,
Does-
they are.
does
Yeah,
it
that's
come or
Star
go?
true.
should stay. If Cosby stays, Spacey stays, Weinstein stays, they all stay.
Who owns it? It's up to them.
Grauman's Chinese Theater, I believe.
It's
Yeah.
up to them. It's their star. If they want to put it back there or not.
But then again, you have the whole the outspoken majority crybaby wussified pig fuckers like
Yeah,
David
but then
Hogg.
you got. I mean, it really does.
I gotta be
as much as it
consistent,
sucks,
though.
right?
So wait,
as much as
okay.
it sucks, yeah.
I'm gonna take that point. I'm gonna run with it. So if it's consistent, then why do we not take the majority of the world who believe in two genders, but we have to kowtow to those that think there are 45 fucking genders, or the ones that think if you have a penis, you go in the male bathroom, you have a vagina, you go in the female bathroom. Why are we
Because
kowtowing
that's a
to the lowest
distractive
common
question,
denominator?
and I will
Well,
not
you're
answer that.
you're conflating politics with private ownership. So
I own my penis. I go in the penis room. If I had a vagina, I'd go in the vagina room.
but it's not your penis that decides that. It's who owns those rooms. Is what I'm saying. Whoever owns those bathrooms can let whoever the fuck they want in which bathroom.
No, make
That is
sure
my
you put
point.
it on the door. All welcome.
Well, they better,
That's what I'm saying. Because when
they
Target
better say that.
There's a
Target
reason
did
there's
that-
a men's room and a
exactly.
women's room.
Then, right, exactly. And when a man walks into the woman's room as the woman is going to the bathroom,
He's called
and
a
they get
pervert.
sued,
He's
right,
arrested.
and they get sued
Right.
the fuck out of because they didn't legally fucking put the symbols on their bathrooms correctly. Then yeah, they can say, "Well, it's my bathroom," all the fuck they want. You still violated somebody's civil rights.
nobody has a civil right to a bathroom.
But if it's marked as a female,
Gee, I don't know. If it says women, I would think,
Right.
I don't know,
That's my
women
point,
can
right.
go in
So-
there.
Well, those
If
signs.
you have a penis, you're not a woman.
I know, but
Sign
those
fucking
signs.
tific fact.
Those signs are put up by the businesses to say, "Hey,
And
I
they have the
designated
right.
this
Right.
bathroom for
as a
whatever."
woman's
If
bathroom.
you put up a
Right.
bathroom sign that says all are welcome, then deal with it.
But if somebody owns a business and says, "If you identify as something, I don't care, go in there." But
yeah, they want to identify right.
but
I mean,
I'm saying, my
then you
argument
better-
is the
you better
restaurant.
own that shit. You better own it for everything.
I
It
identify
better-
as Hugh Hefner doesn't mean there are naked women running up in my living room right now.
What I'm saying is, if somebody
Well, you
doesn't, I'm saying if somebody
you could
doesn't
identify
want
as
to
Hugh
do that,
Hefner's
they shouldn't be forced to.
fat ass. You can identify as Hugh Hefner's.
You're calling me fat? I'm triggered now.
No,
You're body shaming.
You could identify to Hugh Hefner's lack of body hair. You could
Possibly.
identify to Hugh Hefner's love.
You are what you are.
of,
I can't even.
video game poker.
I can't even.
I'm worried my points getting lost a little bit. Basically, what I'm saying is the government shouldn't come to your place of business and tell you have to do this with.
No
your
one's
bathroom.
saying that.
Right.
You kind of are though, because you kind of saying, why are we catering to this? I'm like, well, if the private business wants to
Again,
cater
I'll
to
go
it-
back a year and a half when I spoke to an actual doctor.
Yeah, but that whole
that's
street
not
doesn't that
That's
relevant to what I'm
science.
saying.
That's
That's not relevant
actual
to what
fi-
I'm saying though.
right? No, I
Not
get what you're
relevant to
saying,
what
but
I'm
what I'm saying
if
is,
I identify
is
with a
that
dog,
street-
do I go
problem-
down the street here to the dog park and piss on the fucking hydrant?
You could, I guess.
I could.
If
It's
you-
up to the owner
if
of that
you were-
dog park.
But
That's
isn't
the
that
that's
street?
the whole
Doesn't
point.
that street
That's what I'm
extend
saying.
beyond the theater?
I would think so.
Right, it's not just the theater's the walkway of just the theater. I think it
Mhm.
goes on to multiple people. So it would have to
This
be a
place
joint...
accepts me, but that place doesn't.
Right, it
that
would have
place
to
is
be-
homophobic,
so
racist,
you're saying,
etc.
so
Well,
essentially,
they won't stay in business long.
Why? They're giving a great service, depending no matter what Susie Bob has to say. And Susie Bob doesn't like the fact that she can't stand up in a urinal and pee like a man when she's not. Not the point. Science.
Science is not
hey,
relevant to
hey,
property rights.
look,
though.
science gave us Scientology. That's all. All right, what do you?
No,
got?
L. Ron Hubbard did.
That's true.
Fuck that.
That
bullshit.
I'm with him.
Fuck that.
Or
bullshit.
actually, people
what do you got? What do you
obsessed
got?
with him.
Since we just piggybacked one.
Yeah.
All right. Talking about science.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
this-
wrong.
This happened to.
Fake news.
It's funny. I do think this is kind of wrong, but
Fake news.
this happened a
is
couple
fake.
months ago where a German scientist, or no, not a scientist. I'm sorry. He was like a medical student, gave a lecture. He's from the University of Würzburg in Germany.
Where?
Würzburg.
Wolfsburg.
Was the vacation of America, Berg?
Wolfsburg.
Maybe. Where he made the case that pedophilia is a sexual orientation.
I'm done.
And on its face, okay. I guess I can get the argument he was making.
I picked the wrong
But
You,
month.
you hear this hashtag Batista? You can actually use this to help James Gunn. Continue.
I
Anyway.
picked the wrong month to quit drinking.
I'm trying to break in today.
Fuck, Eddie. Come on.
And so this on his face, he's giving a TED talk, whatever. He's promoting a theory. At no point does he say assaulting children is okay.
He's just saying
But-
fucking them is okay.
No, pedophilia is not the act of doing it. It's why you are attracted to little kids. Now,
The vein in my forehead.
I know. And But he said pedophilia isn't. This is not good because I kind of believe in second chances, and if you go to jail, etc., even if you molested a kid,
I'll
should be
buy it.
castrated. But he says pedophilia is an unchangeable orientation.
I believe it.
You know, and
It's a mental.
it goes
I
on
believe
now.
It. I
There
believe
have
it.
actually
Yes,
been.
I will buy that.
This
It
I
goes
will
to
buy
my
that.
next point. I'll buy
Absolutely.
it only because it goes to my next point. It's a mental thing, and I'm gonna buy it. And when I get to my
it's
next
like a
point,
drug.
you'll agree.
But it's more than that. It's a thing in your brain. They gotta have. It's like a serial killer.
hmm
The same thing. Like if they don't kill somebody, or if they don't go through the steps, they fiend for it.
But wait,
they want it. They need it, dude.
Yeah.
And I really feel the same way with sexual predators and with
Let's.
this. I mean, it's the same idea.
I'm with you.
They need it. They go
Okay.
through a sickness.
Just looking at our area here where we record in the northeast sector of the United States, we had Michael Ross in the 80s, and he had these urges all his life, and he took it out on animals and this and that, and he tried to suppress it until he killed his first victim.
And we've talked about this.
And then he couldn't stop. You have a choice. The urge, like you said, got too strong. He made a choice. He killed a young lady, and then he killed 8 more.
Mm-hmm.
So once he found that initial rush, I guess it is, much like cocaine or much like heroin or whatever.
Anything. A cigarette. Your
You
first
got that
beer,
rush.
the first time you get buzzed.
That's my next topic is the addiction, and I'll get to that in just a minute. Once he got that thrill, I can do this, and time went on. It wasn't like he killed this chick on Tuesday and this chick on Thursday and this chick on Wednesday. There were at times months,
stages.
if not years, between.
There's stages. You
Right.
have to pace yourself. You knew
So-
you were doing something bad.
Exactly. And once I got away with that one, let me do this one. And then let me do this one. I understand it's a mental thing. There's not a lot of scientific proof that you can fix pedophilia or that you can fix
I wanna get into that a
serial
little bit.
or that you can fix a serial killer's mind to believe that what you're doing is wrong. They know it's wrong. You already know in your heart it's wrong, but the urge, that primordial urge just takes you over and you do what you do. Now, having said that, I don't agree that pedophilia should be, or a pedophile should be looked at as another gender
No orientation.
orientation.
Like similar to like homosexual, pansexual, whatever.
Right.
I don't buy all the pansexual horseshit. I buy homosexual, heterosexual,
I buy
asexual.
I buy sickness.
I buy
that's
male
it.
and female
It's
too.
an illness. It's an illness.
Well, that's another point I want to get at. So now this theory has actually been presented before, and in fact, at one point, I believe the AMA manual listed pedophilia as an orientation, and there was an outrage mob, and they changed it. And the theory is presented that it's a psychosexual fetish and not an orientation.
I will buy fetish.
If it is a psychosexual fetish, you think it's
I don't know,
treatable?
Man. A fetish is like sucking on toes or
Liking to wear leather.
yeah. I mean, when you get to a point where you know it's morally wrong, like sucking on someone's toes is not morally wrong.
No.
And we agree with that.
No.
But
I'll agree.
fucking
No.
around with a 6-year-old or some of these people, dude, infants, for fuck's sake,
Yeah.
dude. Infants, for fuck you, you sicko. You, oh, God, I want to punch you in the face. But, like, that's not right. That's morally sick
No.
in the head. Like, you can walk away from licking an ass crack and being like, dude, I ain't never doing that again. And kind of like slapping yourself in the face and be like, okay.
Something you want to tell us?
You can't do that when you fuck around with an infant.
No.
You can't do that when you fuck around with a 6-year-old. You just can't walk away from that situation and being like, well, God damn it, man. That was just, I don't, maybe I don't fuck with that again. No, dude, no.
Well,
You have to have the imbalance to even think that's okay in the first place.
Well, the reason I bring that up is because if we treat it as a psychosexual fetish versus an orientation. Now, you remember they used to think you could cure homosexuality.
Yeah.
There's some people that still think you can do that.
Absolutely.
You know, they have
They're
the
called Catholics.
convert.
And the dropping of the night goes to Michael Loki
And we just
Smith.
lost 5 subscribers who are
We didn't
Catholic.
lose anything. We just gained people.
But no, so
They hate Catholics. No, we don't.
there are people that they do the or try gay conversion therapy, et cetera, and then there are people because here's the thing. Here's the unpopular opinion. I am sure there are millions of pedophiles that have never touched a child.
Yes.
So, because someone had written an article that kind of made me think. It's like, so is a pedophile who has never touched a child a bad person?
No.
That's the whole idea of if a tree falls in the woods
Does
and nobody
anybody hear
hears,
it?
does it really actually fall? Yes, it does actually fall. Indeed, just because nobody heard it. Yes, he is still a bad person because look, you can have thievery thoughts. Like you can have thoughts every day of, man, my life sucks so bad.
We talked about wanting to kill people last week.
Right.
Yeah.
Or even take.
We've all
take
had
it,
those urges.
Let's take it down a notch and even say robbing a bank. You know what I'm saying? In these tough times, tell me that shit doesn't come across
Every
you know,
fucking
It'd be
day
the
of my
easiest
life.
thing to rob.
Right,
Because they're not allowed to fight you.
Every fucking day of my life.
So saying that going forward, does that make you a bad person?
No.
No, because you know what?
Do you act on it?
No, it's not that we act on it. It wasn't in our psyche to begin with. We're talking desperation now. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's turning desperate times to turn to desperate situations to make you a desperate individual. We didn't come out of the womb with this desire to steal. We didn't come out of the womb with this desire to want to
No,
just
we're all a blank.
rob a bank.
We're a blank page.
However, somebody who is, say, a pedophilia, I believe, does come out of the womb like that.
Well, look at it
I
like
do
this.
believe it is a
lot
sickness.
of
I
the
believe
serial
it's
killers.
linked into your blood, into your DNA.
It's
an unfortunate cross of whatever it may happen, but it happened.
A lot of the serial killers, a lot of the pedophiliacs, a lot of these people that do these atrocities are damaged in their own way by a family member or a trusted adult in their childhood. So it's a learned behavior. Much like racism is a learned behavior. Nobody's born saying F the N-word and screw the Mexicans and F the French and whatever. No one.
No, I think racism is definitely a learned
It's
behavior.
a learned behavior.
It's not. It's that's but racism isn't an illness. You can't, treat.
Neither is pedophilia. It's a learned behavior.
No,
Somebody
I really think
when
that's
you're
in your
little,
brain. I
honestly
think it's in your wiring.
I honestly
really do
believe,
that.
and I may reach out to a psychiatrist or a psychologist and ask the question and see if I can get an answer on this. Unless you are, I don't know how you'd put it, violated in your youth,
That's what I was going to say.
it doesn't
There's
go
a connection.
further.
Right.
If you live a life where the adults are all trusted and you do the trust fall and they catch you and everything's golden, regardless, I have a problem with people hitting other people because of my upbringing. I was hit. I don't want to be hit. I don't want to see other people get hit. It makes me uncomfortable. But I was able to go past that and not be a violent jackass, despite what you may hear. So having said that, if you're touched and diddled as a youth, you probably will go on to touch and diddle as an adult. It's a learned behavior.
The big thing that worries me is, again, this goes back to, remember we were talking about the AIDS and homosexual connection and how we spent years trying to break that whole stigma that only gay people got AIDS and stuff like that, because everyone was getting it,
Right.
but gays got blamed for it because that was society. And this goes to the point where they're saying homosexuality can't be changed, converted, treated, whatever. You start calling pedophilia a sexual orientation or classify as a sexual orientation, it becomes that hands-off taboo. You can't convert people and stuff. The Twitter mobs are already out there.
That's the problem, is
So-
that we're catering to a segment of society, much like David Hogg, the fucking raging retard of Florida, where
Well, that's Florida.
or we look at Whoopi Goldberg or this one or that one, and they say something, therefore it is. Stark reality for you, uncomfortable truth. Just because you say it doesn't make it so. Two of my points are going to go to that later on, but that is what it is.
This particular case, which worries me, this isn't Whoopi Goldberg saying this. This is a medical student from a rather prestigious German medical school, and they say the Germans practically invented medicine. So if this starts...
Here's a Sam's Club Cola to you.
Speaking of which, may I...
Gimmick for you. Go
reach
ahead.
into the gimmick chamber!
Gimmick chamber.
Um,
I'm doing so good, by the way.
with the gimmick chamber?
With no gimmicks, by the way.
Yeah, if you could do some of the Tom Cruise flips and stuff when you serve the beer, that'd be awesome.
Next time.
Some flippies.
Full
We got some
cocktail.
comments.
Do we have some comments? Can we get some of these in real quick?
Get back to that.
I got a problem with the whole pedophilia thing. Chemical castration solves it all. The end.
Lindsay, the mayor of Middletown.
Yes, she is the mayor of Middletown.
Hello, Miss Mayor.
Don't read the ones on my name.
Lindsay says, hence why we need to reopen and load up the asylums. One of my best friends worked as a kid with Ross, and it haunts them to this day. My mom-in-law is a clinical psychiatrist and does not buy the pedophile BS at all. If you cannot talk about it, bellies up to a bar, then it's wrong. Pedophiles aren't born, they were made.
I agree.
Dustin has a new nickname, Buzz Lightyear.
No, don't worry about Dustin. He listens to fucking Train.
I disagree. As a child, I was abused, and I don't do those things.
But then I want to take that comment. I'm not going to go and say every kid who was diddled as a kid or abused or hit or whatever becomes violent.
That's
or
why
pedophilic.
it's a connection. It's not an absolute.
Correct. It's
Right.
I will say the majority go on to be these things, not all. So I apologize if I offended with my take on the matter.
Well, yeah, to be clear, like me personally, I don't buy most associative studies, and that's what it is. So when I say connection, it's not conclusive at all.
Right.
If I were to say it's conclusive that every person that suffers abuse will abuse, that'd be a lie.
Right.
That'd be fake news, people. Hashtag fake news.
China. Fucking China. We already talked about
Lindsay
Trump. Let's move on.
Lindsay just responded to Lady J. I don't believe abuse immediately causes all pedophiles, but many. There, like I said, there is a connection.
Right.
It's undeniable. That's my piece. I'm worried if we go this orientation route, it'll become a hands-off thing. And I would like to think in my heart of hearts that this is something that's treatable. That's why I think it's more of a psychosexual fetish. And I think it's a pattern of abuse that can be broken.
If you want to put the term illness, then it's something that can be treated.
Right.
Syndrome.
And
not like that Trump bullshit syndrome.
No.
It could be something.
That's the problem with the
you.
English language is we have too many fucking words, dude. Is it illness? No, it's a syndrome of a hypothesis of it. No, it's an illness, dude. It's a sickness, straight up. There is something wrong with you. So
real talk.
Can we treat it or can we not treat it? If we cannot treat it, it is not an illness. It is not a sickness. It's something that we cannot fix. That is something that is beyond.
We should say this just to be somewhat politically correct. A child cannot consent to a contract, and therefore you cannot diddle that child.
Bingo.
This is why
unless you're in Arkansas, then you're married.
Unless you're 18 years old, you cannot sign a contract legally. You are not an adult at this point. Any of these things that they expect you to sign, you cannot do. It is not legal.
Well, there you go.
I mean, freaking children, for crying out loud. This is why I love when they say, "Oh, children can have, they
have rights. They have a voice. You have fuck all."
They can say if they want to get their diaper changed. The baby can barely even fucking talk.
That woman,
you're done. All right,
they're born.
She needs her nappy changed.
Everyone's born with the right to life.
Let's spin it and go right to you.
Would you like your nappy changed?
Since we kind of we jumped off each other. All right.
I led off with the Ohio State thing. I'm going to save that. I want to go on. We just talked about in a roundabout way addiction. Big problem in our area and areas around this wonderful country of ours is addiction. We're losing young people hand over fist to addiction. And I'm not triggering anybody. I'm going to trigger some motherfuckers out there, though.
No, you might be triggered. Lindsay says Sammy Hagar is an illness, a sickness, a condition, and syndrome all in one.
I'll buy that only if you listen to the Great Van Halen debate. I will buy that only if you listen to the Great Van Halen debate, which you have not done so yet. Therefore, your opinion is invalid. Thank you, Dry Vote. I won't give her the TYFYB because she's the mayor of Middletown. I like Lindsay. I'm going to leave it at that.
Redress of grievances, bro.
Addiction begins with a choice. Nobody wakes up one morning addicted to heroin. Nobody wakes up one morning addicted to cocaine.
Unless they're addicted the night before.
Exactly. It starts with a choice. And one of my cats is at the window. It's fucking Murray. Jesus.
You gonna get shot, fool?
You want to get shot? Because that's how you get shot. Nobody wakes up addicted. It starts with a choice. You've never had cocaine before. There's a line of cocaine in front of you. You try it. You like it. You try more. Heroin, same thing. Addicted. You try it. You like it. You try more. Alcohol, God knows. You try it. You like it. You try more. People are addicted to strange, weird sex with animals in some parts of the country, mostly in Arkansas and Florida.
Chupacabras.
Is that an orientation?
No, it's an
No.
addiction.
That's a fucking sickness.
You try fucking an alligator, you like fucking an alligator, you continue
That's a
fucking
sickness.
alligators.
You
Exactly.
fuck a tree, that's a sickness.
Go back to our first episode of Do You Know What's Fucked Up to hear all about the alligators being fucked.
Yes. Listen, I believe we should. I believe truly that addiction is a problem. We should educate our youth to be wary of these things. We're losing way too many kids to opioid and heroin right now. Teach them what addiction is.
Get out of Afghanistan.
Exactly. The poppy seeds grow abundant in Afghanistan. Thanks to the United States government, we keep it alive. Addiction is not a disease. Okay? Say it with me, kids. Addiction is not a disease.
It's a symptom.
It is a symptom. It's also an illness. But you can live a clean life like my aunt did. Born in 1952, lived her whole life, smoke-free, alcohol-free, drug-free. Got brain cancer, ravaged her body in 6 months, she was dead. Lived a clean life. That's a disease. Cancer is a disease. And you can get cancer from your addiction, like smoking, tobacco use, etc., so forth. You can also get cancer by living in close proximity to power lines. That's a disease. Diabetes is a disease, although that could go back to your addiction to sugar and donuts and Snicker bars or whatever. Addiction's not a disease. You made a choice. It's time to live up to your choices. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say.
Addiction is very simple, and I you know what? I guess I can be considered an asshole in a stance because I'm pretty much the same stance on
Well, you
suicide.
kind of are an asshole.
I am. The same stance on suicide is the same stance I have on addiction. Look, you know there's something wrong. You have every opportunity to fix it. You have people around you that love you, that want to see you not go through what you're going through and get better. You have the support out there. You have no one to blame but yourself if you let it get to the point that some of these fucking people let it get to. I'm no tolerance on this. I am. We're overpopulated as we are. Already there. If you want to let some fucking dumbass people, the scary part, I will say this, with addiction comes unclean motherfuckers, and now we actually have an HIV spread going over in
Not only that,
Massachusetts.
you have a crime rate that goes through the roof because you have to feed your addiction.
Right, and now you have these people that are doing these multi-shots, multi-heroin, and heroin people, it is not a glorious drug.
It's not designed to let you go either.
It's disgusting. It's
the
fucking
fentanyl now that's in this stuff
right,
is
exactly.
killing motherfuckers dead.
It's like, dude, these people don't give a fuck about you. They just want their money. You know, like it's.
The cops are like carrying Narcan with them now. It's like crazy.
I wouldn't want to be.
Oh yeah, we can carry Narcan for free, but not an EpiPen to help somebody with a snake bite or a bee sting. Oh no, that's a big fucking problem.
Oh, because these guys turn into freaking superhuman freaking zombies, man. I mean, literally, these guys are like running through freaking car windows and not feeling no pain, and
that's what the gun is for.
I want to see that.
David Hogg is gonna troll your Twitter now.
I'm already.
I hope so.
He's already on my Twitter.
Dude, that'd be great.
President Hogg. Remember those two words.
Would be great.
President Hogg.
Great. Yeah, he'll be just like Justin Trudeau in Canada.
Oh God!
Crying on TV.
Help
like,
us!
I fucking love
Help
women.
us all.
I love them.
Who's next?
We've been so mean to people. I just want to be
fucking killing me right now.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Who's next, man?
Are you next?
I'll take one. I'll take one. Okay,
it's your turn anyway.
Yeah. So recently, our man Dax from frickin' the Cowboys.
Good old Dax Prescott
had a nice little stance on pretty much, you know, the national anthem stance.
Oh Christ!
And essentially, what it was he got down on his knees and took Johnson in his hand. And,
his Johnson?
No, Jerry's. Jerry,
oh, okay.
You know, and just like proceeded to swallow it whole.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, he sold his soul to the devil, and people did not like it.
What do you do, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, he pretty much agreed that, you know, that's if you work for the Cowboys, that you will come out and you will follow exactly what Jerry Jones
We've
says.
talked about that. It's your job.
Right.
It's a condition of employment.
Right. So because he stood with Jones, now he is becoming the scapegoat of the hatred in Cowboys. So, oh, how the mighty have fallen. Now your boy Dax is
My boy.
no. I'm saying the Cowboys.
Gotcha.
You know,
Cowboy fan.
I'm sorry. Your boy Dax has now become one of the most hated people in Cowboys and in Dallas. How do you do that?
He should have been hated for his play. Let's start there.
I mean, we already had
Look,
the hatred there.
We
It
all
was
have,
already there.
We all have jobs. We all have things we have to do on a daily basis that we may or may not like. It's a condition of employment. You agree when you agree to accept that paycheck that there are certain things you have to do in order to earn that paycheck. And if one of those things is standing on a white line and being upright while the anthem is playing, that's your
I'm gonna
job.
make it really fucking simple. Last week we hit on the fact that Richard Sherman said that he was running a plantation down there. I quote Richard Sherman saying, Jerry Jones is running a fucking plantation down there.
If Richard Sherman were getting that check signed by Jerry Jones, he'd be standing.
No. He got, oh my God.
Of
Richard
course.
Sherman.
Because the social justice warriors online are going to be like, oh, Richard Sherman, he's standing up for whatever.
Look, I work for this guy. He pays me money. Therefore, I will listen to what he needs.
I do what my boss tells
and now
me to
he is getting flack.
We got a really good comment from Madam Mayor.
Okay.
You know my Meyer thoughts. He will remain coach, and I have had enough of my fellow women pulling the poor me card. You don't endanger the livelihood of thousands because you failed as a victim.
As I said earlier, there was the moment in 2009. There was the moment in 2015. It's now 2018, and a week and change ago, you bring this to light and you say these things happen, and Urban Meyer didn't do his due diligence. Urban Meyer is not a cop. Urban Meyer is not a judge. Urban Meyer is not a lawyer. Urban Meyer coaches a fucking football team. It is not Urban Meyer's job to turn your husband in.
Not move from a moving vehicle. Do not jump from a moving vehicle and do Kiki. Don't do that.
Me?
But you know what? We also are reminded not to eat Tide Pods. We're reminded not to reuse condoms. And then you're going to wonder.
Snort them.
And you're going to wonder why these fucking idiots are coming 3 years later, 12 years later, 9 years later with these allegations.
This is going to put a black mark on Urban Meyer, who I think you and I agree is a fantastic football coach and a pillar of society. And you're not even an Ohio State fan, and you'll say that.
But I'm going to tell you what. It does not matter. I think every day we're starting to see it doesn't matter. If it happened 12 years ago, if it happened last week, if it happened 10 years ago in the case of, freaking Gunn and this whole fucking thing that's going on with the Marvel and the Disney and the bullshit. Dude, it's going to come back to you. It's going to bite you in the ass.
Society.
So, welcome to the society. So,
we know we
what
do
you're better
this
off doing?
Once a year in the
You're better off
vacation.
doing this. Make one of those stupid ass videos where you write all your problems that you fucked up on cards and throw them. There you go, and put that shit on fucking YouTube. So when people come at you and they're like, well, and this year you did this. Yeah, I know. I made that publicly known.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that video? Go subscribe to my page and hit the like button, and you'll see it.
Oh yeah, and it's just a way for
man.
you to
No,
get.
That's what I'm saying. It sucks. And it's horrible, and it's terrible, and you know what pisses me off is the fact that, you know what, if something does, like, say, come down the future where we, come into fruition of great times and we don't worry for things, does my freaking tweet of Jason Momoa can suck my ball sack come back to me?
That means you're against Samoans.
Right, no, exactly. Now you twist it that I hate homosexuals. That
so all my fuck Kanye tweets mean exactly. I'm anti-African American.
And you're racist, right? You're racist. So you know what I'm saying? This whole
I'm just
thing,
anti-shitty music.
This whole thing can be twisted. So I'm gonna be sitting here with my cards. I'm sorry, Jason Momoa. I did not mean to make the comment about strangling you with a cock ring.
There was a great day back in the day where we all could make fun of each other and not get titty sensitive, butt hurt. Archie Bunker and George Jefferson, anyone? Let's try to remember when men were men, women were women, and adults were adults. Now the men are women, the women are women, the women are men, and everybody's a titty sensitive 6-year-old. Fuck America.
What
as
did
it
Jefferson
stands.
say? He liked being called a honky.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Jefferson, what's
Here,
a honky?
Drink that. Eddie, you got something for us?
I do. This is the big one.
Go ahead.
We're gonna talk to a little bit of something that's gonna be near and dear to us, and we had to bring up Alex.
Alex Jones.
We're gonna talk about Alex Jones. So it was big in the news. Alex Jones got all his Facebook channels, and his I think his YouTube channel was suspended for a little bit, and Spotify and iTunes pull his podcasts off.
That was big.
For
which, by the way, I really felt like that was big.
Mhm.
that is big.
Because
if you can't get on iTunes,
right, exactly,
Yeah.
dude. You're pretty much spitting on somebody's right to speak.
It's fascism. It's modern day censorship. It's just
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
free
to cut you
speech
off. I'm
doesn't
sorry.
exist if you offend even the slightest one person.
Thank you.
Here's the thing. I don't know specifically what he did. One of the last things he had.
He was honest.
One of the.
No.
As honest as
Look,
Alex Jones can be.
look.
I don't know if you know about him saying that
I
the
was gonna
Sandy
say,
Hook
he's-
thing's a
look,
hoax.
he's-
and-
I've heard it.
He
That's why I said
some
as honest as he could
deplorable,
be.
some
Oh,
despicable
yeah, I don't
things.
like him. I'm not defending him. I don't like him.
He was
he was a recipient. He is a recipient of the Ted Nugent Award.
Yes.
Probably could be every week if I really watch his channel.
If you
regularly.
dug deep enough, pretty much, yeah. How's that gimmick treating you?
Oh, it's good.
Good.
But so yeah, it basically I don't know if you real quick how Alex Jones makes his money because no advertisers will touch him.
Being fat,
But he
Snickers.
basically what he does is he actually pays for airtime on radio stations. He puts his show on there and then he sells his supplements in a kind of pyramid scheme almost. So that's kind of how he makes his money. Because
He's Bernie Madoff.
YouTube demonetizes
I think he
him
actually
and
takes
stuff.
pieces of himself
The pound of flesh.
and sells
Maybe.
and sells it off to people.
I like it.
I don't know exactly what he did. Facebook is saying hate speech, but the definition of hate speech is never clearly
Dude,
defined.
hate, hate speech could be, I saw a black man drinking a coffee today.
I
Well,
wore socks.
Here's the thing. I'll say a lot of things about Alex
You have
Jones.
to. You have to say color, and you have to say.
I wore black socks.
I'll
With-
say a
with
lot
a
of things
man.
about Alex
With
Jones.
a man.
I've never really known Alex Jones to be racist.
I'll agree.
He's like a secure the border kind of guy, and he's anti-globalist kind of.
Well,
shit.
that's about the only hate speech you have out there.
Well, that's the thing that supporting a border is hate speech now. So I really don't know what he did, but this goes further. We go further down the rabbit hole. We're moving off of Alex Jones,
Right. No, I hear you.
and we're going to move to a couple people that their work I follow actually. Scott Horton, who is an attorney,
Mhm.
and he's I don't know if he's a founder, but he's part of antiwar.com. He's very much anti-war libertarian. That's his main
I don't know
focus.
why. I mean, the only time we ever make money is when we go to war. But
Exactly. Well, you got to look at some of his stuff. If you want, I'm not talking the Alex Jones conspiracy shit. He is really locked down on when things happen, why they happen.
Yeah,
who
because
said
we need
what.
money and we're desperate, and that's
Well,
why we go to war.
Aside from that, but he goes into like the key figures of, this, that, and the other thing, and then our involvement in it. I'll share some links.
All right.
People should check it out. And another one, Peter Van Buren, who is another anti-war kind of libertarian intellectual, and Daniel McAdams, who actually works with Ron Paul. We're suspended on Twitter. Peter is permanently banned because this
So is Peter
journalist
Paul
named I forget, his last name is Katz. I can't remember. Where is it? Antiwar.com on Twitter.
He's working the Twitter machine right now.
Um,
Gotta love the new setup.
they were banned for Jonathan Katz. They were banned because Jonathan Katz said something like all the MAGA people are zombies. The Make America Great Again people.
Oh yeah.
All the MAGA people are zombies and blah blah blah. And Peter responded with, which I thought was kind of funny. Well, hey, maybe one of them will bite your face. 'Cause
Interesting.
Zombies bite faces.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, dude.
It's more playful than anything.
They're looking for brains, right?
More playful than anything. So, Mr. Katz says, "I'm going to report you to Twitter for inciting violence," and Twitter removed him from.
Oh, but
Twitter.
we can have pictures of young men, whether they're white, Hispanic, black, green, purple, Jew, holding guns. on the pictures on Twitter, that's not inciting violence.
we
But this
can-
person saying something that is
Kind of funny.
Yeah.
And witty.
We can have somebody like literally abuse, murder, torture, and kill a dog in a damn Twitter video,
And we've seen them.
yeah, and that's cool. That's cool.
And the thing, Scott
It's all
Horton,
good, guys. It's all good.
Scott Horton getting suspended blows my mind because, like I said, he is the most anti-war guy you'll ever talk to, and I don't mean anti-war like screaming baby killer kind of thing.
Right.
Like he thinks what happens to the troops is a disservice. He thinks what how the government abuses our military and everything is,
I
is
agree with that
atrocious.
part. Absolutely.
And he's got so many troop followers that have been there. They come back and it's like, I knew what I was doing when I went there. I'm not quite sure what we're doing when I left. And that's how it usually happens.
Yeah.
Anyone who's ever been deployed.
Right.
And Peter, like I said, he's just another intellectual. He's a little snarky on Twitter, but he's never called for violence against anybody.
Yeah, what was that all about?
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I
So,
didn't want to hit his
between-
camera, but then
here's
I didn't
the
wanna
end.
hit him, but-
Now I'm getting to the money shot because
Go ahead.
this is personal to the three of us right here. So, okay, we'll say this, put out there. iTunes is a private company.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook is a private company. Twitter is a private company. They can ban people they don't like. I
Yes,
don't like the way
they've
you look. I can ban you.
They've done it.
That's fine. Now, where we get into the slippery slope where the constitutional stuff gets violated is when our wonderful Senator Chris Murphy
Oh God.
He's a
goes
douchebag.
on Twitter and says, InfoWars is the tip of the giant iceberg of hate and lies that uses sites like Facebook and YouTube to tear our nation apart. These companies must do more than take down one website. The survival of our democracy depends on it. Is this an outright call to violate First
yeah.
Amendment?
It almost-
Absolutely.
This is a
Yeah.
federal
Yes.
politician.
No, absolutely. He should have his account banned now just for that statement alone.
I don't know if you saw on Facebook, I said he should be impeached.
Mhm.
No, I
yes,
agree.
you did,
This-
and I'll
yes.
agree with that because it almost sounds like censor anybody that doesn't agree with the government, which basically our Constitution says we are allowed.
Well, it's beyond, it's,
To
it's,
disagree
it's
with
even
the
beyond that.
government.
It's just straight up, dude. I'm gonna use a social media platform to use this thing to go at these guys on a social media platform. This
He goes-
is no. This is
He goes
bullshit.
further on Twitter. Private companies deciding not to let their platforms be used to spread hate and lies is not the same as government censorship. It is when you fucking call for
What?
it.
Where's the
Exactly.
button? I don't know on the new board where the
It's a
button is.
knob.
It's a knob. Give me the knob. That's not the knob.
Got it.
All right, you ready? Is there a button that goes with that?
I don't think so.
Dude, okay, I'm just gonna say
Just say it.
horse shit.
Nope.
It's all horse shit. You're using this platform to further your particular viewpoint. But if somebody disagrees with you, we should ban this and ban this and ban this. It's Nazi Germany all over again. You want to call Trump a Nazi? Horse shit. Look at Chris Murphy. Chris Murphy, I hope you're watching. And if you're not watching, I hope somebody shares this video with you. My name is Chris Burns. I live in Norwich, Connecticut. My Twitter handle is @cburns19. Fight me, motherfucker. Fight me.
Well, you gotta be like that, but
The Loki and
No,
Jabroni
I-
show is not threatening Senator Chris
No,
Murphy.
I'm saying fight me. Let's have a debate. Come sit right in between us. Let's have a debate. You are a fascist. Plain and fucking simple. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
So we're in agreement. This is a slippery slope.
No,
when
it
you
is,
have a
absolutely.
politician,
I
he's
think-
not a state legislator. He is the federal senator.
absolutely yes.
Saying, "Oh, that's the tip of the meaning. More should come."
Yeah, exactly.
Who
No,
else?
We should
Us?
start this right. Exactly.
Probably now,
We
but-
need to start this going down. No, exactly.
Does he get rid
Any-
of Ben Shapiro
no,
next?
any-
Are they gonna get
anybody
rid
that
of-
has
How
a
long
voice.
before Shapiro's
Anybody
banned?
that has a voice. That's exactly what he's saying.
An opposing
Anybody that-
voice.
Right. Anybody that has a voice that goes against what we're saying, we want you censored, off, and banned. That's exactly what he's saying.
Which, you know what?
And no,
I'm
you're
hijacking.
absolutely right. This is bullshit.
I'm hijacking because it leads me to my next point. Censorship lives. You've heard me joke about a particular Facebook group called the Official Flat Earth versus Globe Discussion. Eddie, thank you for the
Oh,
laugh.
man.
And if you disagree with the Grand Doodah, that cunt's name is Nathan Thompson. Nathan Thompson. Go find him. You'll have a good time fucking with him. You ask him a question like, explain to me why you like the Red Sox, and you will explain to me why you like the Red Sox. why do you like Kanye West, Eddie? And you will explain to me in no uncertain terms
Because he's a genius.
Fair enough. And that's your beginning argument. And I get it. Actually, it's your whole argument, but I don't buy it. Now, for weeks, I'm playing mental fucking ping pong with these idiots. And you ask them a simple question, and they answer with memes and insults and bullshit. Kind of sounds like somebody we know, but I digress.
Dude, memes are truth.
No, memes aren't truth, and that's the fucking problem. Now,
memes won Trump the election.
I shared this link with that group, and I said, if you have something to say, it's like going to court. I am the prosecution. I am saying there's NASA pictures. People have gone into space. There's all sorts of things. There's engineers who will tell you they have to take into account the curvature of the Earth before they build a bridge or before they do this.
You can actually see the curve of the Earth if you're looking down a flat
Not according
plane.
to these fucking morons. But I shared the link and I said, hey guys, when I start talking about this, I'll plug the phone in. Call in. Now, I want you to get your little timer gimmick ready. We're going to give them 3 minutes. If you would be so kind. Would you? Or do you not?
Who are we calling?
No, they're going to be calling here if they have any fucking balls.
Oh.
These flat earth idiots.
Dude, they're not calling.
Of course they're not. Do you know why? Because it's not a meme and they can't insult and they know there's going to be a voice at the other end. This isn't a Facebook war anymore, motherfuckers.
They can't call because of line of sight. Because the Earth is flat. They don't have...
Exactly.
You're 30,000 strong. Okay, you're just like these idiots that want to use any bathroom or that there are 37 genders or that there's anything plausible that will make your opinion right. You're the girl crying at the Trump inauguration. Okay? You're the idiot with the pickaxe that destroyed the star. I said it earlier, just because you think it doesn't make it right. By my count, you have about 90 usable seconds to make this fucking phone ring, or I'm going to just basically call your bluff and say, thank you, fuck you, bye, because you're all a waste of my fucking time. I invited you into the group just to see the hilarity, and it doesn't disappoint.
I accepted it, but I don't want to go on there.
It doesn't disappoint. It is fun.
I think I might be converted.
Somebody asked the question, hey, I live near Cape Canaveral. I've watched the space shuttle go off. If there's a dome over the Earth, where does the space shuttle go? Here come the memes. Well, you've proven nothing. We've proven everything. You prove us wrong. You've proven nothing. You've proven absolutely fucking nothing. You're a waste of space. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You're a small segment of society that believes the bullshit that you spew. Wake up. Maybe listen to the engineer, the grand doodah of this page. His name is, once again, the grand cunt, Nathan Thompson, has sat with a pilot. And the pilot says, well, yes, we have to, account for the curvature of the Earth when we do this. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because the Earth is a vacuum and this and that. And the guy says, dude, I went to school for 8 years to learn this. And you're telling me I'm wrong? You're wrong because I took a golf ball and bounced it on a fucking hammer and I proved flat Earth. You didn't prove shit. You didn't prove shit. You're not a scientist. You're not a doctor. You're not anything. Nathan Thompson is a marketing guy from Indianapolis, Indiana. You are walking into Jim Jones territory. Before you know it, he's going to have a vat of Kool-Aid for you guys to drink, and you're all going to fucking drink it, and they're all going to die. And you know what? I hope that happens, and every one of you is laid out, excuse me, at Circle Center. I used to live in Indiana, so I know where this is. At Circle Center Mall in Indianapolis, Indiana, all around that big-ass town square, foot to head to asshole, and you all die a painful and horrible death. Thank you, fuck you, bye. I noticed the phone. I noticed the phone didn't ring.
If the Earth is flat, then how did the Japanese bomb Pearl Harbor?
Gee, I don't know. You'd have to ask the grand cunt poobah, Nathan.
Call
Thompson.
in. I want to know the answer.
I'd like to know.
Because you would have to fly. They would have to fly over Europe, Asia, and over the United States, and then take a U-turn.
Oh yeah, you'd have to do this.
Hit Pearl Harbor.
You'd have to do this grand, crazy fucking. You're right.
No,
so we must have refueled them in Middle America.
Yeah,
so they go the rest
warp
of the way.
drives, go reverse, and go back through, and you wouldn't even have to go through that. You go through this drive to this drive.
Loki, that's just silly.
Come on.
You don't know. You don't know. I'm going to share you a meme, and you're going to be changed.
Apparently
you're going to be changed. Here, let me put my hand upon you and change you.
Oh.
Flat Earth, motherfucker.
Oh
Flat Earth.
I'm going to have a Russian bot convert you to Flat Earth.
And you know what? The
Thank
best
you.
thing is tomorrow I'm going to be deluged with private messages. My Facebook's going to be blown up by these fucking flat Earth
Speaking
morons.
of bot, did you hear the number one freaking Twitter Trump hater was a bot?
Really?
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably
the
a flat earther, too.
Mama, whatever. She was like,
Mama look a boo day.
I forget. I randomly skimmed it over. It was just funny that you actually brought that up because I was like,
Ed got it.
Wait a minute. But no, she had like something like 1 million followers. She was like the number one anti-Trump supporter, and they found out that she's a bot.
Of course. Of course. Did you know Australia doesn't exist? I have friends that live in Australia. Of course,
Lady
according
J
to the
nailed
flat
it.
Earth, according to the flat
Pearl
flat
Harbor and
earthers,
stuff never happened.
No.
That's why.
Australia
Oh.
doesn't exist. We never walked on the moon. Elvis ain't dead.
False
Tupac
flag.
is still recording. It's all bullshit.
Pearl Harbor is a Sandy Hook hoax.
Yep. And you're gonna have the
Triple-licious is the world heavyweight champion.
absolutely. And
He
Michigan
isn't?
beat Ohio State last year.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
I can't even buy into that one.
Hey, people buy into the flat Earth theory. Fuck them.
Wow.
Fucking sucks though. I think we got Murphy for another 4 years. So
Yeah.
Oh.
because his election was last year.
Damn it.
But I'm still calling for impeachment like every day. I'm thinking
Hey,
of starting
you know
a
what?
petition.
Chris Murphy, the door's open. I'll walk you down here. I'll buy you your favorite beer.
Fight
or
me,
if you want
motherfucker. Get
Sprite.
in the ring, motherfucker. So I can kick your scrawny
Oh,
ass.
he's going the Axel route. I'm just saying sit here. Sit here.
Politicians need to stay out of business, is what it is.
Politicians need to stay the
So-
fuck
No, no,
off of social
Here's the
media.
thing.
Exactly.
Here's the
Thank
thing.
you. Politicians
I don't
need to stay
care.
off of social media.
I don't
Thank you.
care that Facebook banned Alex Jones. He can stay banned. I don't care the NFL is making players not kneel.
Don't care.
I don't care
I
about
agree.
that.
I agree.
What I care about is politicians that get involved in that fucking shit. It has nothing to do with them. It really doesn't. You know, like Facebook ban Alex Jones has nothing to do with Chris Murphy. He shouldn't be saying, because first of all, these guys get lobbied. So by him going in a public forum and be like, that's just a tip of the iceberg, wink, wink.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's like when they
There's
accuse
more to
Trump.
come.
They accuse Trump of dog whistling to white nationalists. Well, Chris Murphy is dog whistling to these companies to like pull people off their media.
Look, the Chris Murphys.
Now I sound conspiratorial.
The Chris Murphys,
Conspiratorial.
the Nathan Thompsons, some of the other jackasses that disagree with us and or have stolen from us or what have you. We invite you. Bring it. The phone number is there. Call in Tuesday nights after 6:30. The floor is yours. Just don't go crying to your bitch ass mamas when we put you on your ass.
Actually, just cry to your mom. That's all you should cry to.
That's it. Actually, we invite you to go cry to your mama. Bitches.
Just wait till I'm done with her.
Oh!
She still owes you $5.
Hey, whatever. I got change.
You get change for the $5?
Got change for the $5.
Because she's only worth $2.
$4.90.
Hey, that's $3 for McDonald's, man.
That's what I'm saying. A couple McDoubles and you're on your way.
I got $4.90 back. I tipped her.
All soft drinks are $1 right now.
I
We're not
know.
even getting
Beautiful.
paid by McDonald's.
Beautiful.
I know. I got a large
Nice.
for $1.
I got one
And you
earlier
actually
today.
got some
And
sweet
sour sauce, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Finally, my man, sweet and sour sauce. Do we have a quick hit to go around the table for top 10 or?
I think I'm pretty much bounced out at this point. I
Okay.
had my nice little. Actually, no. I
Are you getting hollered at yet or what?
I got a conspiracy for you.
Okay.
Now that's what I call music 67.
They still make those?
Thank you very much.
It should have stopped after
Think
3.
about this. When they first, no, exactly. When it first came out, I think I was 13. I want to say 13, 14.
I remember the first one being the early 90s, so I was already maybe 20.
That's what I'm saying. So
We're not that far apart, so maybe you were 17, 18.
Dude, I still remember getting gypped buying a CD that said movie hits, and you put it in, and it's not really Huey Lewis.
Oh, and it was
No, it's not. It's like
the top 10 singers.
the He-Man singers or something. Yeah.
It's like I'm
He-Man.
like, what is this?
This is hot garbage.
You got the side of the road bar band.
We got that dreaded, was it a dreaded
67
nice buy sticker or whatever the hell it was?
This
Yes.
is 67 editions of
Garbage.
fascism telling you what music is supposed to be.
I'll tell you what. You want to
now,
buy?
Now that's what. Look, just think of the title. Now that's what I call music.
No, that's
Who?
what I call garbage.
Who calls music?
Some marketing idiot.
I? That's not I. There's
No?
no I there. There's no. I mean, there's an I in Mike. There's an
Yeah.
I in Loki.
There's an I in Chris.
There's an I in Jabroni. There's an I in Chris.
There's an I in
There's
Eddie.
an I in Eddie. But you know what? There's not an I in Ed. You know what I'm feeling? I mean, there's not an I in Focus. So there is no other eyes out in here, people. Like this is.
They should have to put their name on the top so we know who to beat the shit out of if we ever meet them.
Thank you.
John Jones says, "Now that's what I call music." Volume
Thank you.
67.
Now, John Jones, I will go and beat your ass because I don't believe that is music.
I
garbage.
haven't enjoyed compilations since the old Club MTV.
You know what it is? It's a pathetic attempt to try to be us in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
When we made our
Mixtapes.
quote-unquote mixtapes, which we still get fucking razzed about to this day, people still...
We were good at it, though.
You had the date tape. You had the chilling with my boys tape.
Mm-hmm.
You had the road trip. You remember
Angry
the first
workout
time,
tape.
You remember the first road trip you ever took?
Yep.
Dude, I'm gonna make
Mixtapes.
I'm
gonna make a mixtape.
Dude, why do you think I started DJing? Because I couldn't stop making mixtapes.
Everybody fucking had a mixtape back in the day, man.
And they used to look to me in my circle like, Chris, we're driving from Norwich, Connecticut to Dover, Delaware. We need 5 CDs. Go.
Yo, throw comments down below your best mixtape you ever rocked.
Yes.
Let me see that shit. Hit us on the comments. Hit us on the freaking
If you still
chat.
have it, digitize it. And post
it and send it to us. That
Put
would
it
be
on the
fucking
SoundCloud.
great. Essentially, that's what I really feel like this now. Think about it, 67, dude. 67.
67
with
CDs
iTunes?
worth of bullshit that you wouldn't buy normally. You see the one song you like, and then there's 12 songs of filler.
No, absolutely.
See,
I mean,
I'm just surprised they still put them out because if you think about it, in the age of the streaming services and where like I have a Slacker station I made called Eddie Focus's Ultimate Station, and I take my top 5 of every genre and I just put it in and listen to it. So I'm surprised in that age where
Is
you can
Alice
pretty much,
Cooper on that list?
for rock and roll, yes,
Nice.
actually.
Played
but-
some Alice Cooper before you got here.
Yeah.
He was rocking. You should have seen him. He was moving it.
Yeah, playing the synth.
feed my
Dun,
Frankenstein.
And,
dun, no, he's back. The man behind the mask.
Oh,
Dun,
like that.
dun, dun.
Feed My Frankenstein's not on it. Teenage Frankenstein is.
Great song.
Oh.
Great fucking song.
But you know what I'm saying though? Like now you can pretty much make your own mixtape. You just buy one song, this
Feed
song,
my
this song.
Frankenstein's like fucking great though.
Oh yeah,
No, it is.
Yes,
It's just
I
not on that
know you're
soundtrack.
hungry. Oh,
Teenage
and
Frankenstein
here
was kind
comes
of dinner.
Yeah, so
Amazing.
I'm surprised those compilations still sell if they sell. And I guarantee
That's
you know
my
what?
point.
I
That was going to be
guarantee-
my secondary question. Do you think these actually still sell?
I'm going on iTunes. I'm going to see if that CD is on iTunes.
Oh, it just came out. It just came out. So it's going to probably be like a special for $15.99. Usually
On iTunes, it'll be
20
like $9.99,
Right. Special.
and you'll get a bonus track.
because like people actually just buy those compilations on iTunes. It's
With
Yes.
the
ridiculous.
exception of, say, the last Lizzie Borden record, which, in case you missed it, some weeks ago we did interview Lizzie Borden right after the new CD, My Midnight Things, was released. I bought the whole record.
Now there's a podcast called Now That's What I Call Podcast.
Well, those people should be fucking shot.
Um,
Oh, wait.
Hey.
Yeah, I know.
Here it is. Now That's What I Call Music 67.
Yep.
What's on it?
August 3rd, 2018. Girls Like You by Maroon 5.
Bye.
Psycho, Post Malone.
Bye.
In My Blood, Shawn Mendes.
Bye.
Your Girl, Delicate by Taylor Swift.
See ya.
I Don't Give a Fuck by Dua Lipa.
I might buy that.
Back to You, Selena Gomez.
Nope.
Growing Pains by Alicia Cara.
Nope.
Booed Up, LMA.
Nope.
Everyday, Logic and Marshmallow.
Gotta go.
Are you sure it's not Arde?
I don't know.
Arde?
Everyday.
Do you know the way?
Do you know the way?
I don't know the
Sit
way.
Next to Me, Foster and the People, Youngblood, 5 Seconds of Summer, Let Me by Zayn, Familiar, Liam Payne, De Niro, Jennifer Lopez, Don't Go Breaking My Heart by Backstreet Boys. That's an old one.
Is that a cover of the Don't Go Breaking My
No,
Heart?
they just remade it as
Oh.
the Today Backstreet Boys.
Ah.
And as a matter of fact, everybody's like, "Oh my God, they're so."
Oh, I'm thinking of
courageous
Quit
for-"
Playing Games with My
Right?
Heart.
No,
Okay.
they did, and everybody's like, "They're so courageous for coming back."
Heaven
No,
by
shut up.
Kane Brown. All the kids are depressed. I'm
I
depressed.
do, I
I'm
do like,
depressed
hearing
I
this
do
list.
like Heaven by Kane Brown, but that's country. Just by the way, so you guys know, Kane Brown is country.
Well,
Okay.
country's gotten pretty mainstream.
I thought Kane
No,
was
I
the
know,
mayor
I
of
know.
Knox County.
No, I know. Thanks to who's that chick? Oh yeah, Taylor Swift. Which, by the way, didn't
Actually, we debated this. I say Shania Twain.
no,
Shania Twain and Faith Hill did the crossover thing.
no, Taylor Swift just broke it. Just broke
Yeah,
the
she
straw.
obliterated it.
She like took that straw, beat it, like flossed it with her teeth, spit it out, spin it around, came it back down.
Because
No,
the
that
other
was
two,
it,
Faith
dude.
Hill and Shania Twain, you can
Shania
still buy
Twain
them
was
as
still
country. I can't
Every-
buy
as a matter of
Taylor
fact,
as country.
every one of her fucking albums, Shania still had either the open shirt with the flannel, or she always had a cowboy hat. There was something that symbolized
The
country.
songs even sounded country.
I mean,
Well,
you
she
can even
did.
go
She did one
mainstream.
album where she released the same songs. One was kind of country, and then the other album was a pop album. So Shania did that.
Fair,
Yeah.
but she went back to her
failed.
roots.
But it failed, if you remember.
Same with Garth
Well,
Brooks.
that was like I think her last album, and she took a break. She's back now, but
And she went back to her country
So,
roots.
yeah.
And what I'm saying,
actually, there's a rap
turn
battle
around-
with her
you
and
turn around,
Meghan
you see
Trainor.
Taylor
It's funny.
Swift. Taylor Swift she can throw on a freaking country outfit and a goddamn guitar. You're buying it. She can throw on a leather outfit. You're buying it.
Well,
she
Taylor
can dress
Swift-
up.
I think Taylor Swift decided she needed to be richer than Kanye, so that's why she sold out.
Probably.
Couple
well,
more
as
songs
soon
on
as
here,
you
though.
get called
All right,
out.
what
I mean,
else you got?
Couple more songs real quick. When We Were Young by Lost Kings, Middle Finger by Phoebe Ryan and Quinn XC11.
Sure.
Valentine by YK Osiris.
hmm
Your Side of the Bed by Loot.
Sure.
And a digital booklet.
Well, here's what I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah,
name that
digital
CD.
booklet.
Now, that's what I call a whole bunch of horse shit.
That's your typical pop shit, though. It's
No,
you
exactly.
gotta see it.
Right.
You know
it's
what?
whatever got the most votes. They probably had like this little list going
See,
on. And those
this is
that
why
actually
your
paid
karaoke
attention.
is better than other people's karaoke because you don't hear this shit.
Right.
Yes.
Listen, if you guys want to piss away $15 on this CD, here's an idea. Come to my house, leave
How much is
$15 on the
It's
front porch.
$9.99 on iTunes.
Leave
Right.
$10
So
It's
that's
probably
on my,
$12 in
leave-
Target or something.
leave
Right.
$10 on my front porch. I'll save you that $2.99. Leave $10 on my front porch. Everybody who wants to buy this
That even went down.
slithering slab of horse shit, leave $10 on my porch.
Do you remember when Kiss came out on CD? The first time Destroyer came out, and you had to pre-order it. You remember that?
Yeah, and they had the little
Right. Do
extra
you remember
gimmicks.
how much that cost, dude?
$29.99.
Thank you. $30 for a fucking CD.
Yep.
We're looking at $12.99
For
if you
garbage.
go waltzing into fucking like.
But if you're okay,
like-
and look, I'm not licking
dude, but
Kiss's
even,
ass.
no, not even
You got a
Kiss.
30-page
let's
booklet.
Take,
You got 4 demos. You
right.
got all sorts of neat shit.
Lady
Use Your
J agrees
Illusion.
with me. She says Shania.
Okay.
Use Your Illusion 1 and 2.
Yep.
Right.
$19.99 each.
Exactly. They came out, same thing. You got some goodies in it. You got to actually read the lyrics because you couldn't understand Axel's whining all the time. So you had to
Right.
actually read the words. Empire. When that first came out, you had to
Fantastic.
put down $5 freaking, and when it really you could go and buy it. I remember, dude, it was $20,
Mhm.
and it was a basic CD. There was no metal. There was nothing like that made it like.
You just got a
Worth
lyric
$20,
sheet.
right.
Yeah, but
But it was Queensryche, and you haven't heard from them forever, and that's what they wanted you to
it was
pay.
what's inside.
That's what they wanted you to pay.
It was worth it at that time.
That's my point. Nowadays, now we got this $9.99 special digital disc or $12.99 at fucking Target compilation of bullcrap fucking music.
Now that's what I call horse shit number 67.
67 issues of shove my musical dick
What I want to know
down
is,
your throat.
what I
Basically.
want to know is how often do they release these things? Because
Once every 6 months, if I'm not mistaken, or
I
once
think
every
you're
4
right.
months.
I think it might be 4 months.
Yeah,
I think it
'cause
might be 4 months.
even at half though, 30 something.
But then there's
Yeah, I
now
know.
that's what I call Christmas, and now that's what I call party rock, and now that's what I call
they
touch me
branch
and
off.
show the judge on the dolly where he touched
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Now the good compilations is like I remember they used to do those Christmas albums, and they were actually artists would come in and record
Mhm.
Christmas songs, and they went to charity and stuff.
Yeah,
I
but
used to
that
like
wasn't.
that.
I don't think that was the. That's what I call.
No, no,
Christmas.
it was
That
it was
right.
something
no,
else.
exactly. That
I
was a
can't
whole
remember
other
it,
thing.
but-
Like Band-Aid
metal-
had one where
The metal guys did that with have a rockin' Christmas and a headbanging New
Yes,
Year, where
yes.
Dio sang "God Rest You Merry Gentlemen," and it was just Dee Snider saying, "Oh Come All Ye Faithful," and it was fantastic.
Great ideas. Great ideas.
But
Exactly.
You're not
Exactly.
listening to, "Baby Bring My Christmas Joy to the fucking front
yeah,
door"
I just-
by
I-
the
I
penis
see no-
gimmick.
I see no reason to put out top 40 compilations commercially anymore. It's just like I said, in today's
It's a new era.
You don't really need to. Actually, I'm surprised they even still put out greatest hits albums, because you don't really need to do that either, because you're gonna get your favorite songs if you're not like a collector. And
that was one thing that always bothered me about greatest hits collection was who says these are the greatest, by the sales, by the general public, because there are songs because you brought up Queensryche. Silent
Yes.
Lucidity is a fantastic song.
Love that song.
Do I consider it one of their greatest? No. But I would put maybe Jet City Woman in that place, or I would put Eyes of a Stranger in that place before I'd put Jet City Woman. It's somebody else's view of here are the greatest by sales or whatever. Deal with it.
well, the artists usually pick them if they're still alive,
Rock and Roll
so.
All Night is the most seminal Kiss song of all time. I think it's one of their worst songs. I can think of a
Well, because
dozen
it's
others.
commercial pap if you really
Exactly.
listen to it. So
Yes.
yeah.
I could think of a dozen others that if you gave me a disc that said the Kiss Greatest Hits, I would take that out, I would slide this in, and people might enjoy it more if they just had a chance to hear this particular song.
In their defense, playing devil's advocate first and hopefully only one of tonight. Most greatest hits albums are for people who
I was gonna say, who
they-
picks these greatest hits albums, dude?
Well, here's the thing.
Some
It's
jackass
mostly
in
for
a
people
suit.
who, like, let's say me. I'm never going to buy a bunch of Kiss albums, but I might grab the greatest hits album. You know? All right, I want a consolidation of stuff I've heard on the radio that I bob my
Then
head
you
to.
ask Chris to make you a
So-
mixtape. I will hook you up.
Dude, no, because mixtape is like going all the way, bro.
That's
You
not.
don't just mixtape for everybody.
That's third base. Yeah.
That's
third base.
you sometimes ease
here's
in
my
with the
mixtape,
mixtape.
baby.
Wrong. You ease in sometimes with the mixtape.
I don't
Not
know,
like,
dude.
"Ah."
First date.
You haven't been drinking.
First
You're not
date,
your
yeah,
natural
first
mind.
date
I'm not taking the
mixtape.
mixtape.
All right.
Because it's going to lead to something else.
I used to ease in with the mixtape. That was like how you got in. Oh, there's the rock, but there's the heart. Oh, he put on Forever,
Dude,
which I hate that
mixtape
fucking
love-
song.
Mixtape love is not an orientation.
It is now, and I'm going to use that bathroom as often as I can. And
All
now,
right.
before we take another step further, Ed, do you want to tell him? You've been having fun with this.
What, the clone beautiful bean footage dog?
Yes. Clone him. Bring him back. Call Barbara Streisand, whatever it takes.
You got,
I want, yeah.
you got to make him sound evil. He's the evil clone.
Evil clone.
Tell him.
And now, for the 3 most famous words in podcast history.
5.
Roll. Bean footage.
Oh, okay. This week's top 10 list is brought to you by the SummerSlam Party at the Deck, August 19, 2018, 359 Boston Post Road in Westbrook, Connecticut. Be there. Raffles, trivia contest, great food, great drinks, specials all the way around. And this man,
I got
who's giving you the
pictures.
top 10,
I got
he's going to be there. You
pictures.
got pictures of him.
I mean,
Holy shit.
Eddie's a pug. I got my face on Eddie.
You wish.
What the
Eddie,
fuck?
Eddie's some toast right there.
I don't want to know.
There's Eddie with a mustache. I mean, this is what our viewers. I love it, man.
They're sending
is
this
great.
in.
This is great.
We're
Yeah,
being
this is-
filtered.
Oh my God, these people
I-
are sending them in.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh man.
yeah. This is great, man. This
We don't
is
even have the
great.
horse shit.
I
button
changed my
anymore.
mind. We're going back on Facebook. This big screen shit. Fuck that.
If you keep sending
All
these
right.
things, I will show my nipples.
Nipples all over. Okay, so here we go. So everybody has bosses.
Pretty much.
Oh, it is. hot.
Unfortunately.
I had to deal with fucking heat all day at work, and now I got to come down to this fucking hot ass fucking basement.
It works though.
But it's what we do.
It is what we do. I would like an AC fucking 9 to 5 every day. Do this shit. Fucking make this shit happen, people. Subscribe, like us, love us. Put that shit out there.
We need to make at
Seriously.
least $500K a year.
I need
and we
fucking
can have
AC.
our own studio.
I need some fucking AC, man. All right. So we all have bosses. We all have people that demand that we have to answer to. We're trying to get actually out of this. So this is my whole coming up with this. This is top 10 things that your boss actually believes is true.
I just
Sorry,
came up
dude.
with 10 of my own. So
like,
the minute
like
you said that,
they really believe it. Number 10, your free time is never free. In fact, there's always a monetary value we could toss on that. Hey,
Interesting.
Ed, $15? 15? Come on, man. I'll pay for your gas. I'll pay for your gas. I got lunch. I will take care of your lunch if you come in right now. You give me the look, but you know it's fucking true. Number 9, a foot of snow is a dusting. Give yourself a few extra minutes and you'll be fine. For us in New England, y'all know that. If you're down in the South, change that to 2 inches.
Right?
Just
Around here, it's a foot. I gotta say, Ed, you look good as a pug.
He does, right? Number 8, you can't be that sick.
I've heard that one.
Let's be honest. Come on, let's be honest. Number 7, we all have personal problems. You don't see me bringing mine to work now, do you?
No, because you're divorced and you live alone. Go fuck yourself.
You've been there before. Number
I'm there
6,
now.
vacation time, more like prime time for Colin.
Hate these fucking people.
Number 5, to get respect, one must demand respect.
Horseshit, horseshit, and horseshit. We have to figure out where the button is. I'm
I
starting to
will
hurt my
find it.
feelings.
I will find it for you. Number 4, they could replace you in an instant.
That's true. They can replace your physical being, but try to replace my
Not in
work
an
ethic,
instant.
fuckwad.
Exactly, but not in an instant.
Eat shit and live.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Number 3, the workplace is no place for porn.
lies.
Disagree.
That's right. I see.
Sell it.
Sell it.
Thank you. Number 2, a Christmas party every year is just the same as a raise.
Well, hold on.
The Christmas party that everyone's supposed to bring their own dish to?
Yeah, right. And by the way, try explaining to your landlord that you're paying this month's rent on a Christmas party and the fruitcake you get.
And number 1, I would gladly take your place if I had the chance.
Wrong, and wrong. Keep smoking your cigarettes. Keep hacking your fucking face off.
True story. Someone said that to me at work, and I handed him my keys. I'm like, here you go.
Buddy.
We'll get you that shirt. Thank you, fuck you, bye. Done. And
Actually,
done.
I love some of the dumb shit other employees say. Like, what are you so stressed about? You don't do anything. And that's when I'm just like, you want my keys, motherfucker?
MF, please.
Yeah.
MF, please.
I was like, I could deal with stupid ass motherfuckers like you, okay?
Right?
You easy.
Well, I had fun tonight.
Oh my god. It's too much fun. Ought to be illegal.
I would have
Pretty
to
much.
say yes.
If it was up to Chris Murphy.
Absolutely. And I got to say, man, great to be on YouTube finally.
Absolutely. This was fun.
I mean-
And the more people we can get, again, we do this on Tuesday nights, live stream for those of you that can't
Hey,
get us.
We made it
on
really
the other
easy.
platforms.
You made a Facebook video earlier today.
Yes.
That people got to watch. It makes it very simple. There's a little bell.
Mhm.
Subscribe, and the reason why you hit that bell is it's a notification. So what it does is if you have the notifications,
Gimmick
it'll
phone.
literally pop up on your phone. Loki and Jabroni is
Every
live.
time a video is posted,
Exactly.
anytime someone's live.
But let's go back to the basis of why we started live streaming, because some people were complaining that they couldn't get us on iTunes or any of the other platforms. So this was
More lies.
Yeah, more opportunities for you, fake news, to get us. So you didn't have to worry about
Well, your
iTunes
comments,
or this.
you will see. Obviously, we try to get to the comments as much as we can during the live show. Obviously, we also get into a heated debate between each other as
That's
well.
what the
which
show
is
is supposed
right.
to be
Exactly. So, if your comments sometimes get bypassed, it does happen. We will do obviously our best to go back through and repeat these, which is why we have the website, which is why we make sure that you subscribe to this, because we can come through and you can see that and we can put it up on there. The website is now available full-fledged. Not only can we blog, but you can also blog. So if there's a point that we made on one of these shows and you want to just go ahead and hit us, go to the website. We'll hit you right up there. We'll answer your questions right there. There's tons of shit to check out there. For people that do have an issue, say, finding everything, there's that little hash thing, which is kind of a gray color on the background. It is black on gray, so it might be difficult to see. But if you're used to, say, working with apps and stuff like that, it's usually the same thing. Hash, hash, hash. Hit that hashtag. The whole list of things pop up. You'll see support us. Support us is the one click away from all of our affiliate links. Has direct links for Patreon donor and direct links right there if you just want to be like, hey, here's some money. And
we like
subscriptions and everything else right there. Past episodes, boom, right there. You'll see them. Anything else that's coming up there?
We got behind the scenes stuff on the YouTube page as well.
Which go back and see some of the hilarity of the WrestleMania events that we've done.
I just recently watched the last ever episode beforehand at Valhalla in Oakdale, and it was hilarious.
Oh yeah,
Thomas Wayne and all that gimmick. It was great.
They all came back. Watch our fake news.
Yeah, the fake news was great.
That was a great.
We're due for
episode.
another one of those.
Yeah, I know. I think so. I think you're right, man.
Let's wait till summer's over. I don't want to get too dressed up. I'm trying to figure out.
Shit.
The studio needs air conditioning. We could use your money.
At least it was a little cooler down in Oakdale. We could pull that shit off, you know?
Right. Wait till the winter before we do fake news again.
Basically, though, the website is the hub for everything. You can actually
Yes.
watch YouTube videos on the website. The channel is on there. You know, it's anybody who complains they can't find something, just go to lowkingsbrewing.com.
Pretty much.
Yes. And I want to thank everybody tonight who came over and joined us live stream. Thank you all very much from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot to us because
Madam Mayor.
we know it's not an easy thing to switch over to. It's so much easier to just go live, Facebook, boom, boom. This does take a little bit more effort. We appreciate the effort that you guys did tonight. We do. The comments out there were fantastic. Thank you all. The pictures, Lady J, thank you. Appreciate it.
I hate you.
Guys, keep it rolling. Share it. Love us, like us. Obviously, you subscribe to us because you got the notification, but just pass the information on.
And for you folks that are on the audio only, the iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Play Music, this is a great way This is a great way on Tuesday nights on the YouTube channel. If you want to see how we do it, why we do it, what we're doing when we do it, by all means, check it out. Tune in because I know we get most of our rub from those 4 platforms. The live stream has always been a small fringe, and YouTube previously has been our content dump. You want to see something? There it is. If you can't get to iTunes, go to the YouTube channel. We want this to be the hub now of where you get not only iTunes, but if you want to see something. When Eddie played the video last week, the only place you're going to see that is on the YouTube channel. It's imperative that you check it out, especially if you're listening on, say, iTunes. Eddie's playing the video. We're all talking about it. Oh, gee, what are they talking about? All you got to do is go to YouTube, find our page, click it, and you'll see the video, and you'll hear the commentary run right over the top of it.
Bottom line is, I want to think of this as late night TV at 6:30.
Pretty much.
If you're going to do that, the quality's got to be there. The quality is just on YouTube. Facebook is not a high definition.
No,
it's for complaining in the parking lot of an airport that.
And we hope that you guys really enjoyed the quality tonight because I was able to zoom in a couple of it and it looked fantastic, man.
And I didn't look fat on the YouTube channel. I looked
Your hat
good.
did though.
My hat looked fat.
The hat made you look real fat.
PHAT.
No, like fat.
No, PHAT.
Like too much McDonald's fat.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I think the Ohio State.
It's the O.
I will punch you.
It's the O.
Be careful where you go next.
The Ohio State. What is it?
Well, Meyer slept with. Yeah, I know he did. I know.
You're fucking fired.
I know.
Lead him out. We got a video to make.
All right, guys. We very much love you. Thank you. I can't say thank you enough for joining us the first night on YouTube Live. It was awesome. And we looked great. I can't say anymore. Thank you very much.
I can. Leave reviews on iTunes.
Yes.
Before they ban us.
They're going to because we're Trump supporters, obviously.
Clearly.
Because we
said
bring
alt-right Nazi fucking.
We said bring the star back. Guys, thank you all very much.
Later. Bless you.
I was holding that flake.
Bless you again. I got to pee before we do the...